Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 2 of Lost Judgment. We are going to be jumping back in, and I think what we might do is just read up on the recap on where we are so far, but to the best of my memory, the game started off... And hello to Azric! Wow, you are right on top of it. I hope you're having a great morning. Guys, we've been live for like 30 seconds, and Azric is already here. Yeah, Azric, hopefully you're having a great Tuesday and continuing to enjoy your vacation. When last we hung out with Yagami and friends, there was a very badly decayed corpse that was discovered by a couple of firefighters that had plainly been lured to the location by way of a bunch of smoky flares that were made to look like the building was on fire. Those flares were organized into the shape of an arrow that was pointing directly at a tarp, and underneath the tarp there was a rotting corpse. This was apparently something known to a police officer that was being represented by the Genda law firm, who at his sentencing for having reportedly groped a woman in a subway, he decided to stand up and give a statement specifically referencing that corpse by name and noting to the law officers who were present that they probably had not heard anything about this, which appeared to be true. Then, on what so far seems to be an entirely unrelated note, Yagami and Kaito left Kamurocho and went to Ichinjo, which I may still be mispronouncing, and I apologize for that, where they are assisting their old friends Tsukumo and Segura on their investigation of a bullying scandal at a local high school. The high school has a history of I think it was a student teacher had committed suicide. No. A student teacher had disappeared and a high school student had committed suicide. And so far, their investigation, where they are masquerading as AC repairmen, is known only to the principal, or the chairman, I think he's called the chairman of the school, and to one teacher where, let's be frank, their ruse was particularly weak. It just immediately outed themselves as not being AC repairmen. Hello to Borlak as well. Borlak, thank you again, you and Lady B, for the raid the other day. That was really very kind. I do look for opportunities to raid in return. Sometimes it feels like our schedules are running in opposite directions. Azric says, yes, Tuesday morning is going well, as is the vacation. Hope yours is going just as well. Also hope the back is doing better. Azric, at least as of today, this is the first day that it feels like it's starting to improve. Thank you very much for asking. I don't know what's going on, but hopefully I'm now on the road to recovery. It tends to act up a little bit when I laugh, and that's tough when Judgment is on screen, because it is equal parts brutal and sometimes very, very entertaining because it's so off the wall. As to specifically what we will see as we hit continue, Yagami was just informed by Tsukumo that one of the secret cameras that they installed in the high school, yes, that's a thing, one of the secret cameras, it has gone completely black. It is transmitting, and we were just asked to check that out. So let's resume exactly where we left off. Yeah, I think it actually said on the little save screen there, check the cameras. Borlak says, no worries, it's all about supporting our fellow streamers. Yes, very much agree, and I just look for opportunities to support as well. So, I think that we are, check the camera by the second floor staircase. We are right in the middle of a mission. I didn't realize how elaborate this particular sequence was going to be, and we wound up having to stop as we go. I think in general we'll try to keep the Lost Judgment streams a little bit trim, but, you know, famous last words, right? I tend to get caught up in what we're doing. But yeah, Borlak, I hope that you and Lady B had a wonderful holiday and are, I'd like to say, enjoying some time off. I really shouldn't be walking, but... Alright, so here's where the camera was. I don't see anybody leaning up against it. Camera looks like it's still in place.
Yagami? Anything unusual?
Let's find out. Huh? The heck is this?
Did you find something?
Yeah, a sticker on the lens.
Yagami, behind you!
There he is! That's the pervert who set up the hidden camera! See, when you find a hidden camera, your first thought is to take it down. That's wrong. What you do instead is block the lens. That way, when the perv finally notices, he goes back to fix it and bam! Caught in the act.
I get it, Amasawa. Just stay back. Hey, What is it you're doing over there?
I told you, he's trying to peep on us.
Oh, wow, that grill's pretty sharp. Looks like we've been caught red-handed.
Damn it, if I go down like this, I really would just be your average peeping Tom.
Come on, let's catch him already. Stop!
Hey, wait!
How did it come to this, Yagami? Guess I'll have to climb my way over there. He's gonna come hit you in the hand with his stick. His, I don't know what that's called. There's a word for it, and I am not doing this, by the way.
Are you safe, Yagami-shi? Seems like you're in a bit of a pinch.
Yeah, you think?
Climbing pipes and steel frames. You can also travel across pipes and steel frames during parkour. Use left stick to travel horizontally. Depending on where you are, hold circle and use left stick to travel vertically. Make sure to keep an eye on your grip gauge while you climb. So we go up from here and then over. I'm just planning my route so that I'm not wasting my grip gauge. Hello to Salmalander, who says Shinai. So this is a way to travel. Samland, I hope you're having a great... Oh boy, should I... Wait, why do I have to find another place I can go? Just drop down. Because we don't have a lot of other places. Can I go up? No, I can't. Drop? Okay.
Trap.
This is so subtle. I'll be spotted up here.
Yagami-shi, you should see a ladder that goes up to the gym's roof. That's my advice.
Got it.
Oh, Samalander. So, Samalander has clarified that bamboo practice sword is called a shinai, which, again, I may be mispronouncing, and I apologize. Yes, I can run. Oh, let me
Don't
grab
panic,
this.
but the school just contacted security. Several guards are en route to your location.
Great. Just what I needed.
Yeah, don't you panic. I just found a mysterious mushroom up here on the school roof. Expect an update on that later. Nope, nope.
Looks like you've made it to the rooftop.
Where have you been watching from this whole time?
From the drone, Yagami-shi. I found a spot that's pretty inconspicuous. From here, use the drone as a guide and jump from that roof toward the classroom. You're gonna have to clear a big gap.
Right. I'll try not to die.
About long jumping. You can perform a long jump after getting a running start. The distance you can jump depends on how fast you run, so run fast if you want to jump far. Also, but what's the button to jump? Because I'd like to know that before I start running towards the edge of this roof. Nothing on this screen tells me that. So... Okay, it's automatic. Alright, is there anything else up on this section of the roof? No.
Yagami-shi, it looks like some of the guards have arrived. You think you can make it out of there?
I'll have to, somehow. But before that, I'm gonna need to set up these speakers.
What? Even after all that?
Yeah, I should be able to make a clean getaway, as long as I'm done before security gets too tight.
Are you serious?
It'll be fine. All I have to do is not get caught, right? Besides, I have the world's greatest hacker on my side.
You know very well I'm weak to flattery. But for the glory of Yokohama 99, I will not let you down, Yagami-shi. Let's get this mission started!
Better be careful here.
Like I said, I should be able to help you get to your destination without incident. Make sure you don't lose that earpiece, okay?
Got it. Counting on you, Tsukumo.
Hello to Blobbity Blah, who is lurking and working. Thank you very much for the lurk. Oh, we can't hear what they're saying. Nice. Looks like I can make it through here. I will note that I don't know which classroom Yagami is trying to get to, except I assume that it's going to be 2-2. That was the main site of our investigation last time.
Damn. Not happening. And this was the shortest route to Class 2 too.
Nothing we can do but find another route. Give me a moment. Yagami-shi, it seems the rooftop might be a more viable option. Let's abandon this route and try it, shall we?
Yeah. No sense waiting for the guards to just give up their posts. Let's check out the rooftop. I see now.
Borlak is saying, I like how Yagami is able to blend behind very beige walls with... Hold on. In a bright green, bright blue jumpsuit. Yeah, he really is the Drax of stealth.
Another roadblock?
My apologies. I'm afraid that was a blind spot.
Well, shit.
Yagami-shi, how many guards are there?
4?
There's just one.
Oh.
Just one? Now, in that case, let's just get that guard out of your way.
You got a plan?
Of course. Yagami-shi, it's time to put that thing I gave you to use.
You mean this ball or whatever? What does it even do?
It's kind of like one of those anti-theft balls, actually. You fill that ball with powder or liquid and throw it at your target to blind them.
Right. So what's inside this thing?
Oh, just some peppers.
Peppers? Is this really gonna work?
Now, don't doubt the magician. Just take my word for it and let it fly.
I love based on the perspective, there is a 0% chance that guy cannot see Yagami, not just part of him, but in his entirety. He's not even remotely hidden. While taking cover, move your cursor over an enemy and press R2 to throw a smoke ball at them. When it hits, the enemies temporarily won't spot you. You can choke out enemies who've been hit by a smoke ball, but you can't take down anyone who isn't hostile towards Yagami, like school security. Okay, so we don't get to...
Okay.
We don't get to choke out this guy for just doing his job. Go! Press the button to open the door.
Oh, damn. It worked like a charm.
What did I tell you? But, Yagami-shi, that only works once. You'll have to procure a refill on your own.
Yeah, I got it.
Oh. So, what now? Because I can't just walk across that roof, like this roof with all those people. Whoa, why is the roof crowded? Not much cover. There's no getting away if security finds me. So, I mean, the thing is, these high schoolers probably wouldn't have any reason to know what's going on. In addition to our mysterious mushroom, now we've also found a mysterious fruit. Yep, I did see the guard, right? Oh, hi. I'm just walking like a regular person would. Fellow kids. Okay, the fuck is going on here? Why? For stationary enemies, we can get their attention by throwing a coin or disorient them with a smoke ball. Well, I can't do that second thing. Let's try again. Clearly there was another guard who I didn't recognize. I think I see them down there. So here's guard number 1, is on the left. Looks like there's one up there on the right. So what did I learn? That I'm supposed to... Oh, maybe just hang out back here. Hello. I like sports ball and kendo. How are you? Not too chatty, huh? Okay, I'll see you later. I want to hurry, but without running. I might just get caught again. We'll find out. Okay, now there is another guard there, but maybe I can just get past him before he knows that I'm here. Yep, no, I'm just a regular person.
Can you hear me? If I keep going down this way, I'll just end up back at the scene from earlier, right?
The landing where you were accused of being a pervert? Yes, that's correct.
You have any idea how it's looking right now?
I'll take a look. There's no sign of that sharp girl who framed you. The onlookers seem to have dispersed too.
Oh, then I'm good to go?
There is one guard posted there, but I'm sure you can get past him.
Yeah, piece of cake if he's alone.
Okay, by framed you, I assume that he means who made you. In other words, she correctly deduced that Yagami was attempting to set up hidden cameras. Hold on, I don't know what that is, but I want it. Oh, can I get that? Sorry, can I get that right there? Okay, let's do it. He doesn't seem too interested in what's behind him, and I'll just grab this smokescreen powder. Does that inherently give me another ball? Or do I have to craft it? Throw coin. Yeah, coin is less... I feel like smoking this guy is gonna just raise further questions. Okay. Now, can I... I was gonna say, can I stand up like a person? But no. Oh, I can throw a coin there. So yeah, what I want to do is wait for him to be on his way back, and then when he's basically perpendicular to it, and just make sure that he turns around. So wait for him to go by, and now... Wait, how is this helpful? I can't go that way now, because now he's facing that way. Can I... No, I can't choke him out. There's no way this is going to work. Hold on a second. He's extremely suspicious. Oh, and now he's coming this way. So... I'll just wedge myself back behind these lockers. This'll be fine. I cannot believe this is fine. Okay. Whatever you say, video game. Now, am I allowed to throw a second coin, or is he wise to that now? You know what I should do? Just like hide in a classroom. Just wait for him to walk by and then come out the other door. That's what a rational human would do. I may have blown this by like throwing the coin in a way that wasn't smart. Like, really, just... And maybe the doors are locked, and that's why you can't go into them. Yeah. Takedown. Yeah, I feel like I'm a little bit... Like, Yagami can't throw a second coin. That would be against the rules. For real, though. Like, there's no prompt for it. Oh, that's... The only thing better than instant fail stealth mechanics is extremely rigid instant fail stealth mechanics, where if you screw up somehow, you're just like, you're done. You're the stealthiest stealther who's ever stealthed, says Sam Melander. And now I'm just running right past him. Yeah, see, that's why I didn't give up. I was like, can I possibly finagle this in some way?
Okay, I'm in class 2-2. Nobody in sight.
Roger that. Seems like those guards were no trouble for you.
Yeah, thanks to you. Well, better set up those speakers while I can.
Good luck.
Similar is also saying, or singing rather, toss a coin to your guardsman, O streamer of plenty, O streamer of plenty. I do not remember the tune to that. I do recognize that from being the first season of The Witcher, but I just don't remember the tune to it. Otherwise, I would attempt to do it justice. Now then, where was Koda-san's desk? It was the third row over 4 back, if I remember correctly. It was... This one, right? Oh, they just put an arrow to it. Was it 4 back? 1? No, it wasn't. Look, there was an extra desk there. 1, 2, 3, 4. It would have been 4th back, except for this fake desk that is up here next to the lectern. I did remember where she sat. I think she was sitting around here, next to where that arrow was. Okay, then the speakers should face this way. These speakers are something that Yagami has come up with on his own. I think he might be trying to engineer an I Am Spartacus moment where all of the other students
Tsukumo,
decide...
could you say something through the speakers?
Hold on.
Oh, testing. Testing. Today's forecast calls for sunshine and heavy security.
Perfect. Your speakers are awesome, Tsukumo. Almost like you're in the room.
Does this mean your setup is complete?
Yeah, I've pretty much done what I can.
Huh? Oh, no you don't. You stay your ass right there.
Go get Yakun and the boys.
I see you got security all riled up. They've been looking all over for you. Didn't think you'd be dumb enough to stay. Could have sworn I saw you earlier on lunch. Now where have I seen that face? Oh, you're the guy from yesterday. The guy who stole my fucking phone. I'd say it's time for some payback.
Don't lose heart, Yagami. You've already come this far.
Right. I can get through this.
Look, who the fuck are you and why are you in our school?
No answer? You're only making this worse on yourself, you know? You're here to swipe some girls in gym clothes or something?
Does this mean we could beat the answers out of him?
Oh, yeah. We'll end up as heroes for breaking this nasty-ass pervert.
Sick. I always wondered what it'd be like to shatter a human bone. Whoa. What is this shit? This guy doesn't mess around, Yakun. We all need to take him at once. Get him! Fuck you up! What? Holy shit!
Crap! Don't let him go!
Yeah, sure, Yagami, whatever you say.
Guess he's more than just your average creeper.
Yagami, you can't get caught now. They'll label you as a sex offender. You don't want that on the news, do you?
No, can't have that. Only one way out there.
Wait, I apologize for the quick pause. Borlak is saying pause or just for me. Is anybody else having difficulty? Hello to Grumpy, who says so much Angel this week, but also that it's working for him. I'm just going to pause for a few seconds. It looks okay. Oh, no, wait. I think it might be paused here as... No, it's just paused. Seems fine here, says Sam Melander. Okay. And Azric confirms as well. Thank you, guys. So, it's been a day. Let's see if I remember anything at all about fighting. Oops. Can I EX action hit this guy? Yeah, he's the worst. Now stop being bullies. Oh shit! What is this guy doing? I don't know if I'm ready for this. Hold on. Deadly attacks when... Oh, this is something that's coming in towards me. I'm not being deadly to them yet. When a powerful enemy emits an aura, they're about to use a deadly attack. These deal huge damage, but can be countered with proper timing. This special kind of counterattack is called a mortal reversal. Press X right before a deadly attack hits to evade. This will prompt Circle to appear on screen. Quickly press Circle to unleash your counterattack. And that's the essence of mortal reversal. Note that each battle style has its own mortal reversal with varying damage and range, so be sure to master them all. So I need to master this on the first time that I've seen it, or else I'm going to take grievous damage. So, let's see how this goes. Wait! Wait. Hold on. Wait, what even was the button? X and then circle? Now. I think I did that right. Okay, that wasn't a mortal reversal. Get up. Come on.
Let's do this.
Okay, so what's happening there is that my learning of mortal reversal is then overriding my ability to do regular blocks because I'm a fool.
Should I have gone easier on them?
Never mind those guys. You need to make yourself scarce. Unfortunately, you're on your own from here. The three of us need to make our exit now, too. We'll all regroup at the office, okay?
Got it.
Should I have gone easier on them? Maybe the one guy that you flipped upside down against the wall and then punched multiple times in the chest as he slid down and then kicked him in the head. Maybe that one guy you could have just, you know, slapped in the head a couple times. Jesus Christ. I should head back to Yokohama 99. Kaito-san and everybody else should be there. Okay, wow, we escaped the school. Also, Samalander, the ball that one student was carrying that Yagami sort of like showed off with a whole bunch, is that, like, to me it just looked like an American football, or at least it had a similar shape, that sort of oblong shape. Officer. Was it in fact like a rugby ball or something else? Rugby ball, says Samalander. Okay. Oh, can I ride my skateboard? Yeah! Oh, hold on, I didn't... Okay, here we go. You gotta hold the button to skateboard. Excuse me, oops. Is there a skateboard attack that you can do? No. Really? Okay, I guess they've heard about me from the school. Oh.
Why is this all?
Okay, I guess my X isn't very good. Jesus Christ. Come on, Yagami.
What a waste.
So, once again, since just yesterday, I've forgotten how to change fighting styles. I thought it was down on the D-pad. It doesn't appear to be. So before we go further, let me just check here under settings again, since this is how I figured it out last time. Button configuration. Oh, no, this isn't... Maybe I have to be in... Oh, here we go, battle. Fighting stance. Nope, that's R1. Down on the D-pad. I promise I pressed down. And Borlak says that they were dressed like rugby players. Okay. I was even being like, I'm not sure. Oh, you know what I need? A snack. Yagami's taking some health damage. Let's go to... Oh, let's go to Jazz and Karaoke. The Survive Bar. Oh, hold on. I'm gonna clean up a little bit of litter here. This rainbow pyroxene will definitely come in handy. Peak hours, huh?
いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome. I can take your order, says the Survive staff. It's all health food. Dozens of restaurants and bars dot the city. Eating or drinking at one of these venues will restore your health depending on what you order. While you can't eat when your health is full, you can still enjoy alcohol, at least until you've reached your limit. Each restaurant has alternating lucky items on their menu. Ordering a lucky item will give you the corresponding lucky effect. Ordering more of the same lucky item will amplify its effect. Note that lucky effects wear off over time, and one lucky effect will overwrite another. Drink to your health. Both Kamurocho and Ichinjo are known for their long-established bar districts. Consuming alcohol increases your drunkenness. The EX guide, we read this one before. Yep. Okay, so we read that one. Oh, this is a bar. Okay, I thought that they might have some food. We can order some cold noodles. That sounds gross, but chilled noodles for the owner made for himself. After a customer witnessed him eating it, it was added to the menu. Why did the customer not say that looks gross? Let's order that, and, oh, let's have a daiquiri. Looks like a lime daiquiri. That sounds pretty good. Yep, let's order.
Starving.
Oh, we got a hungry man bonus.
Pretty tasty, thanks.
ありがとうございました。
Sure thing. So, oh yeah, I am three drinks deep into alcoholism. Borlak is saying, does this have a PC version? Regrettably, no. There was talk that there was going to be a... What's the phrase I'm thinking of? A PC version of the first Judgment. This is the sequel to another game. However, it has not come out. Oh. And I don't know when it will. Alright, so I'm going to deal with you here. Alright, and I want to do the double finisher that, okay, I don't...
And stay down.
Ronan said yesterday that you could, like, do multiple, like, finishing moves in Tiger Stance, so I was trying to do that there and not doing a very good job. Alright, let's get that coin. Sorry, I'm trying to stay off the sidewalk. Alright. Oh, he's drunk. Oh, that's why I can't skateboard. I was like, why is he weaving all over the place? Yeah, like, he's drunk. That's why.
You morons. Really, guys?
So when it does that green swirly thing, that's like an extra item that I'm getting from the fight, I guess. The fact that he can't balance very well when he's drunk is a super nice touch. Yeah, and look, he's sobering up a little bit, so it's not as bad. Still not great. Ooh, okay. It does reinforce that you should get drunk before fights. Oops, but not before other stuff. Should I... Yeah, let's see if we can buy some smokes.
いらっしゃいませ。
Welcome to Chicken Del Sol. Oh, actually, I'm pretty full. Well, let's have some fluffy croquettes. Oh, actually, I can just hold these in my pocket. All right, and I'm going to have a CC Lemon and a Pepsi J Cola.
ありがとうございました。
Keep those in my pocket for later. Do you think you can sober up a little bit by having food, or, like... Probably not, and it's not the way that it works in real life, but... Yeah, there's supposed to be a PC port of the original Judgment, which I would actually very much recommend playing before this.
Oh, man.
But I don't know its
You
status.
almost got arrested and put on the sex offender list.
There's no way I'd screw things up that bad.
In all seriousness, those bullies got what was coming. I kinda wish you messed them up worse. That way, they'd never bother Koda-san again.
Yeah, but that wouldn't really solve the problem. Not everything can be settled with a fight.
What? Wow, look who's talking.
But that's where those speakers come into play, isn't it?
Yeah, if everything goes as expected.
Hey, you did everything you could, right? So we'll see what tomorrow has in store.
Rest up on the couch. Before I do that, is there details? No. Toggle icons. I don't want to do that. Zoom in and out. Or hide controls. Before I rest on the couch, which I almost certainly need to do, let me just look on the map. I think this game is going to call attention to it when there's like other side cases and stuff to do. We can listen to conversations and stuff. We'd go to like the Heavens Golf, but I feel like, yeah, we want to continue the chapter story in order to like reach the point where we can start doing side stuff. Borlack says everybody knows that bacon and eggs fixes drunk. Wow, I don't drink actually at all, but I feel like bacon, something greasy like bacon and eggs would make me feel way worse. I feel like what I would want would be like some oatmeal, some cereal, maybe some toast, a little bit of toast, dry toast would probably make me feel a little bit better. Rest on the couch, yes. But I should also stress, I'm guessing, because like, one thing about me, I don't drink. Sometimes people feel that as, like, judgment against people who do. No, man. Enjoy. It's fine with me. I just, like, I personally don't, so I don't have a lot of advice on how to get over hangovers. Time to go to Serio? Serio? Now I forgot how it's pronounced again. I think it's Serio High, and put an end to the bullying. So, what are we thinking about the speakers? Like, Yagami said that he wanted the other students to stand up against the bullies. So he's gonna go directly to the hospital. But then after he does that, he's gonna pipe into the speakers, "Hey, you can't bully us anymore." And then another voice is gonna say, "Yeah, that's right." And like all of the students are gonna like rally around and be cool with one another. I personally have a really hard time envisioning that the students would ever fall for that, but then again, I would have a hard time envisioning that Yagami, the 35-year-old private investigator, would be allowed to beat up all the kids the way that he does, so... Oh yeah, multiple finishers. Wow.
What a waste.
Now I feel like I need some breakfast before I can go in. And also, I got an extra 100 SP points. One of the reasons that I'm engaging in these random fights is because I'm not good at the combat. And I'm trying to get more comfortable with doing the dodges and stuff. Moon does not look like he came here for a fight.
And stay down.
I also like the fact that you can pick up things just while riding by on your skateboard. If you don't nudge anything, you can just keep right on going. I'll be interested to find out, do we think all of these, like, hot peppers and stuff, is this somehow going to be related to...
Why is this always happening?
Like the drum... Wow! No! Congratulations, that was... Get him this time, yes!
Really, guys?
All right. Yeah, if I can find like something to nosh on the way there, we'll do that. Spent some time in schools in my life, and usually want to go in with a full stomach so that you're not distracted or getting hangry, as they say. This is Yagami when he's not drunk, also. Much easier to skateboard. Okay. Let's just stop in at Bar Rodriguez on our way in. Excuse me, could I have a morning martini? Something with bacon and eggs in it. Ooh, Bar Mama says hello there. Wow, okay, so this is more what I was expecting at the previous place. Let's have a nice Caesar salad. And, you know, we knock down a little Carlsberg while we're here.
Starving.
Bobby Bob wants to know why 8 out of 10 people want to beat up Yagami. I think it's the hair.
I'm starting to feel it.
Find treasure plus. Oh, hey, we had a lucky thing. Feels like I might pick up some valuable stuff
Pretty
around
tasty.
town.
Thanks.
Thank you. Come back soon. Okay, so the Carl's. I didn't get as drunk off of this. I guess it has less booze in it than the daiquiri. How do you do, fellow thugs?
Oh, you morons.
I'm always a beat late on the... Oops. The finisher with Snake Move. It's always one... Park. Damn it. I get all scuffed up on my way to school. I got so much blood on the car as it passed by. So wait, I'm full on pocket tissues. Can I or should I be doing something with pocket tissues? Let's see. Recipes, miscellany, pocket tissues. You never know when these might come in handy. Well, so far, never. They never come in handy. I have 10 out of 10 pocket tissues. Sorry. Yeah, Yagami is unpopular in Ichinjo. Everybody just takes one look at him, and he's like the pariah of the school. Sorry, where am I headed? Ah, here we go. The large green icon. I need to spend some of my SP also. I thought I'd do it when I arrived at school, and then immediately forgot.
Yo. So, are you gonna come out to lunch with us or what?
Don't you have anything more to say than that, Koda? Get your ass up. Come on. Matsune's really not in the mood to deal with your shit today.
I'll just eat lunch here, okay?
Huh? You're giving us lip now? I guess you won't be needing this stuff then.
We told you to get your ass up, you little slut. Oh, maybe you've started fucking guys on your lunch break now?
You're out here living the dream, aren't you?
Enough! Get your ass up!
What's the fucking holdup, Koda? You should be thanking us for even inviting you to come.
So slow. I can't fucking stand you.
Well, damn. So much for my appetite. You guys are making me sick.
Hey, who the fuck said that? We're making you sick, huh? You guys talking about us?
You see anyone else being assholes? Of course he's talking about you.
Yeah, I've about had it with you punks. This shit's getting old.
The fuck? Ganging up on the same girl day after day make you feel real big?
Unfucking believable that it takes 3 of them to do the job.
Seriously, you guys? You're taking Koda's side here? You know she's just a whore, right?
You okay, Koda-san? Just ignore these losers.
How low can you go? calling someone a whore isn't gonna win you any points.
Right? Let's hear it for the picture of purity over here.
What the hell? Hey!
She can dish it, but she can't take it. Hope the boys are watching.
What?
What the fuck, man? If you want to talk shit, say it to my face.
What part of this don't you understand?
Yeah. You know what, guys? It's true. You guys just need to leave her alone.
He's right. He's totally right. What's your problem with her anyway?
Yakuda didn't do anything wrong, guys.
Exactly. So back off Koda-san already.
Stop acting like little punks. Get the hell out of here.
Weren't you guys going to lunch? Go choke on a chopstick.
Oh, how does it feel now?
Just get going, would you?
Yeah. Toss him out.
What in the hell is going on here? Hey, Watson. Fuck this.
Yeah. Let's just go.
Fuck it.
Wow. I've never seen those kids band together like that.
They all knew what was going on in there now. It can be hard to speak up even when you know something happening right in front of you is wrong. Not so different from adults, right?
Yagami-san, was everything we just witnessed part of your plan?
It's just psychology. There's this concept called the bystander effect. According to the psychologists, when a person witnesses an incident, there's 3 things that run through their mind if other people are in the vicinity. 1. If no one else acts, it must not be urgent. 2. If no one else acts, I don't have to take action either. And 3. If I take action alone, I'll embarrass myself. The result? Everybody stands there and nobody takes action. I just figured if I could get even one person to step up and raise their voice, it would spur the rest of them to push past their inability to act. Penguins are the same way. You ever seen a flock of them hesitating to take a leap into the sea? One takes the first plunge and the others all start following after him.
The first penguin, you say? It's a fascinating term for a display of bravery. I've heard it said that overseas in America, the first penguin is a symbol of respect.
So for Yagami-shi, that would mean your voice was the first penguin in that classroom.
I can't say for certain this resolved your bullying problem. But here's hoping it's at least a good first step.
They're gone. You should be safe from them for a while.
What do you say we monitor the situation for now? Might not be wise for adults to intervene just yet.
I suppose your plan has worked out for the better. But it should be teachers and administrators handling these matters, not detectives.
You know what? I couldn't agree more.
Then if you'll excuse me.
Oh, come on, man. Lighten up a little. You didn't have to rub it in her face.
You know what she thinks? She thinks we're some bums off the street trying to meddle in academic affairs.
Well then, I apologize on her behalf. But Yagami-san, that was some magic you worked there. Hard to admit this at my age, but I learned quite a bit from what you did.
I wouldn't go that far.
Good stuff, Yagami-san.
Naturally. I knew you would deliver.
Huh?
Getting to law office. Oh man, I forgot to tell them we went to Yokohama.
Sorry, I have to take this. Hey, this is Yagami.
This is Shiosaki. Do you have a minute?
Sure.
I have a rather urgent request for you.
It concerns a trial we've been involved with.
Listen, Sari-san, I'm a little busy. I don't know if I could take a rush job at the moment. We aren't even in Kamucha right now. Actually, I'm in Yokohama.
Really? That's interesting.
I'm helping Sugiura out with a case for his new agency. We're on site right now. At Serio High School. Sari-san? You there?
Serio High? Somewhere near Yijincho? Is that the school?
Have you heard of it?
A college-age student teacher from that school went missing about 2 months ago. It was all very sudden.
Huh. I think I heard something about that, actually.
He himself was a Serio High graduate. He'd returned to his alma mater to finish his teaching credential.
Just a sec. How do you know so much about this?
The teacher's name is Hiro Mikoshiba, and his body was discovered a few days ago. They found him in one of Ijincho's abandoned buildings.
Huh?
The body was badly decomposed, but Kanagawa police have just released his identity. Moments ago, in fact.
Moments ago?
This is gonna end today?
Thing is, someone else knew Mikoshiba was dead, before the police even confirmed it. A sex offender, Akihiro Ehara. I defended him in court. The day Mikoshiba disappeared, Ehara was arrested at the station for groping. He's also an active duty officer.
So you're saying he committed the murder too?
No. The victim was still alive while Ehara was at the station in Tokyo committing sexual battery. He was caught and arrested on the spot. And he's been in jail for the 2 months since.
So if I have this right, he has an alibi for the murder?
Right. But there's more to it. A few days ago, someone lit flares at the location of Mikoshiba's body. It obviously couldn't have been Ehara, so I suspect that's the real culprit. But whoever that is somehow connected to Ehara.
Yeah. Otherwise, there's no other way he could have known about the body.
Exactly. There's clearly more to Ehara than an officer turned groper. More than likely, he's an accomplice to murder.
Okay. So do we have a motive?
4 years ago, Ehara's only son hung himself in their home. He was a student at Serio High at the time. And the way Ehara sees it, his death was the result of bullying at the hands of his classmate, Mikoshiba.
You mean it's revenge? In that case, could he possibly have hired someone else to kill the guy in his stead?
It's highly likely. As for my request, I'd like to see what you can find out. Mikoshiba's murder is too suspicious. Up until today, I wrote Ehara off as just another train groper. But he got arrested for that on the exact day that Mikoshiba was killed. It can't be a coincidence.
I mean, you couldn't ask for a better alibi than being arrested for a different crime, right? Otherwise, the cops would have pinned him as suspect number 1.
But groping as an alibi? Why go to all that trouble? There had to have been a better way than that. I'm worried. As his attorney, I have to admit there's a chance Ehara planned this, which means I've made a critical oversight. Even worse, I let a misguided court issue a verdict. I can't allow that to stand. I need to reconsider both the harassment and the murder, because I think the truth is these cases are one and the same.
All right. Well, what can I do for you?
Can you see if anyone at Serio High will talk about Mikoshiba? Right now, we need more information. And the first thing we should focus on is how and why he disappeared. That could give us a lead.
So, does this mean you're hiring me?
It does. Consider it an official request, if you would.
Okay, I'm on it. No better feeling than when the jobs line up perfectly.
Hello to Brian. Sorry, we're in the middle of a cutscene. Oh, nice. We get a little bit of save here. So blah 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 is still voting to break the legs of the bullies. I think I probably shared this at some point during my streaming career, but I remember the first time I got like really emotionally engaged with a book, there was a book about bullying called Blubber by Beverly Cleary. Is that the name? I think that's the name. It is a book intended for like grade school kids, specifically about the topic of bullying, what it's like to be a bully, what it's like to be bullied, what it's like when those tables turn on you and your fair weather friends suddenly realize that you're easy prey because they're just looking for the next target. And I remember being so angry at the characters in the book for the way that they were treating each other, for the way that they were treating the main character after a point, and like physically reacting as I was reading the books. I was so angry. It doesn't feel super good that Yagami is 35 and beating up a bunch of high schoolers because he has a lifetime of martial arts training and they're just basically trying to whack him with a rugby ball. But it also doesn't feel super bad given how much they are tormenting that young woman. So yeah, I've a lot of mixed feelings about Lost Judgment, as I did about the first game. It's a game of contradictions. But yeah, Brian, got a chance to see some of your Horizon Zero Dawn playthrough, and you're playing at a higher difficulty level, aren't you, than the normal one? I'd like to play that myself again someday. Oh, hold on, we got it previously on.
Ijincho, Yokohama. A harbor town where rotting secrets rarely stay uncovered. The deceased was a student teacher who had vanished from a high school Yagami was investigating. Yet the linchpin to this case, a police officer named Ohara, was arrested for a different crime, a train groping that shocked the nation. Upon hearing the verdict, Ehara gave the court an ominous revelation, that the son he had lost was avenged.
Before I go all in, can we go over the defendant's profile? That way I'll have something to work with.
Sure. Akihiro Ehara, age 53, senior officer with Tokyo PD, convicted of sexual battery. He'd been stationed in Shinjuku and lived alone in Tokyo. That is, until his arrest.
Lived alone? Unmarried then?
His wife moved to Yokohama without him 7 years ago, when their son Toshiro started at Seiryō High. Toshiro-kun ended up taking his life in his 3rd year. That's 4 years ago, if you're counting.
And the couple never reconciled, huh?
Apparently his wife wanted nothing to do with him from that point on. That's it for personal details.
All right.
As for the charge, Ehara's maintained his innocence. We've had no luck getting him to budge. Mind you, the prosecution has plenty against him. Security camera surveillance, eyewitness footage, even trace evidence gathered on scene.
The same footage the media was plastering on TV?
Yes, although some of it was edited for privacy or length, but it painted a clear enough picture.
Hard to dispute something you can see right in front of you.
True.
And what about when they handed down the verdict? Ehara flew off the handle or something?
Yeah, that's one way of putting it.
Your Honor, in a warehouse, about 3 days ago, a body turned up in Yokohama. The body belongs to a guy named Hiro Mikoshiba. 4 years ago, this man took my son from me by driving him to commit suicide.
Ehara seemed convinced that Mikoshiba had bullied his son, and to get his justice, he even took Seiryō High to court. However, the court ruled against him, claiming there was no substantial evidence of bullying.
The chairman mentioned that lawsuit. I'm sure Ehara wasn't thrilled with the verdict. This feels very much like a conflict of interest, given the fact that we're here at the school trying to solve their bullying problem, and now we are here to at least involve the school in a similar or related investigation about bullying. It feels a little bit sticky to me.
I still need to dig into the court record of that case to see if there's anything of value.
Sounds like I'm on deck then. I've got someone involved in the case right in front of me.
Who?
The chairman of Seiryō High himself.
Are you talking about me?
I don't know how you pull these things off, Yagami-san, but let me give you a word of caution.
I'm listening.
Mikoshiba's murder hasn't been made public yet, so please don't go around talking about it, especially at his school. The Kanagawa police will investigate the school soon enough, and if they find out everyone already knows...
They'd show us the door, lock it behind them, and probably charge us with obstruction.
Exactly. Oh, and before I send you Mikoshiba's photo, there's one last thing you should know.
What's that?
Ehara's ruling was the day before yesterday. That means we only have 13 more days to potentially file an appeal.
She's right. We need to file an appeal in order to show the court our dissatisfaction with the verdict. But if we don't appeal in 2 weeks, the court will assume we have nothing left to argue and process the defendant as charged.
If we don't make our move, Ehara will walk out of court with a sex offense charge and a minor slap on the wrist. And once his case is closed, it would take a miracle to get it reopened, even if there had been a critical oversight.
Right.
I'm sorry to give you a time limit instead of a viable solution.
Don't worry. I'll have to make do. For now, let's just keep in touch.
Thanks, and good luck.
Yo, what was that about?
Sorry. Give me one more sec.
Good, sorry. And just a quick question. I didn't look this up and want to usually be very careful about what I look up when I'm about a game that I'm playing. I'm just curious, does Sari have the same English voice actor as she had as the first game? It's not that I dislike this voice actor, it's just that she sounds different. It's a little bit less flat, a little bit less disaffected than in the first game, and I don't know if that's a stylistic choice or if they went with a different voice actor. It's just a point of curiosity. Anyway, Sari sent me this picture of Hiro Mikoshiba. So this is the guy Ehara said would be found dead.
Actually, Kaito-san, can I fill you in later? I need to get some answers from the chairman.
New info, and we're going to look at the info added to your case file. Harassment at Shinjuku Station. We have evidence, persons of interest, and the case synopsis updated. All right. So, wait, before we do that, rotting corpse. Yeah, I mean, let's look at this. The rotting corpse was found in an abandoned building in Ichinjo. It was that of 22-year-old Hiro Mikoshiba, a student teacher at the high school Yagami is investigating. The key to the case lies in the hands of Akihiro Ehara, a working policeman who was arrested for a sexual harassment incident that shocked the nation. It's really sexual assault, but I'm not a lawyer. It just feels more like sexual assault based on what he reportedly did. He held a grudge against Mikoshiba, blaming him for his son's death. However, at the time of Mikoshiba's murder, Ehara was being arrested in a Tokyo train station, providing him with an ironclad alibi. Oh God! Can you imagine wanting vengeance for your son and choosing to make your alibi the assault? This doesn't make any sense that it's an alibi, because he then confessed in a courtroom. He announced to everybody in the courtroom his direct involvement with this murder. Why? It's not an alibi. Sorry, there's something here that doesn't make a lot of sense. I'm going to set up my ironclad alibi and then announce in court in front of all the court officers that I know something that I couldn't possibly know about this active murder investigation. Something's not adding up here. Oh, and also, do I need to do anything in here? Okay. 4 years ago, on January 10th, the first day of the new semester, a male third-year high schooler was found by his mother at 7 a.m., hanging from a towel wrapped around his neck in his own bedroom, in an apartment near Ichinjo, Yokohama. An ambulance took him to the hospital, where he was pronounced dead. Toshiro's father, Akihiro, claimed his son's suicide was the result of bullying at Seiryo High School, naming Toshiro's classmate, Hiro Mikoshiba, as the primary culprit. Okay, that clarifies the timeline for me that Mikoshiba was not a student teacher at the time. I wasn't sure if the accusation was that as a student teacher he was being a bully. So here's Toshiro Ehara, father and an officer, was arrested for groping a woman on a train station. Here's Mikoshiba, accused of being the primary bully of Toshiro Ehara while at Seiryo High. After finishing college, he returned to his alma mater for the first time in 4 years to become a teacher, but suddenly disappeared one day. 2 months later, his body was found in an abandoned building in Ichinjo. 2 months. Like, that was a badly decayed corpse. I wonder how long he was alive during those two months. And then Yokosawa, English teacher at Seiryo High. She became a faculty member there before Ehara committed suicide. All right. And then details, and that's what we got there. All right. So let me go back to Vicious Cycle. We got the suicide. Yeah. And then on October 7th, a student teacher, age 22, suddenly went missing instead of reporting to his position at Seiryo High School. 2 months later, a decomposed corpse was discovered by firemen responding to reports of smoke rising from an abandoned building. 3 days later, Ehara, Tokyo policeman age 53, was arrested for groping someone on a train. He later testified that the murdered body found at Ichinjo was that of Mikashiba. The body had not yet been identified, but Ehara's claim was later confirmed by Kanagawa police. Because Ehara believes his son's suicide was the result of Mikashiba's bullying, he is believed to have had some sort of connection with the murder. And then we've got this information here, which... implying his involvement with the incident. Very, very, very likely. And then we've got that. Okay, so there's our main case, and we still... Oh, wait, did I do this? Am I done with the skateboarder versus the... Yeah, I did this. We're done, right? We did all this. Also, sorry, I didn't want to gloss this over because I think it's a cool recommendation. Grumpy said is recommending A Silent Voice. It's a movie about bullying and suicide. It's very hard to watch, but it's wonderfully done. It's an anime. So, Grumpy, do you know if that's available on Netflix, on Crunchyroll, on Hulu? Like, where do you happen to know where somebody would watch it? And also, Blah 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 enjoys the transition, investigating bullies, and suddenly gets much darker, and we're into a full murder case. Yeah, I was waiting to see how these two events were going to sort of, like, connect together, and as Blah 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 says, it's dark and really, really unfortunate. So I feel like we got this as well. Yes, okay. Also, what is the yen image over there on the left-hand side? Do I have like a yen app that I'm supposed to check? Oh, well, let's check. Yeah, I've got 6,200 SPs. So, so far, I'm sort of filling in the cheapest things first. So, like Breakfall Adept doesn't seem like it doesn't seem like I frequently fall from high heights, but let's do it. Sometimes getting those will unlock additional... Yeah, nothing for Crane. Or no, nothing super cheap for Crane. Just looking for anything 600. Crane King's Pride. Become immune to knockdowns during EX Boost. Let's hit it. I need to use EX Boost. So one of my goals is for this playthrough, use EX Boost a lot more than I did in the first game, which was almost never. Alright, I feel like we've worked through the super cheap ones, but let's boost our health recovery when we eat. Unlocked a new skill. We can go with Healthy Eater. Lucky Gourmand. Boost the chances of expanding an eatery's lucky menu. Sure. Get that out of the way early. Lots of luck on the menu. Music Appreciation. So this one I might skip. Listening to music on a record player gradually replenishes health. I mean, I guess I could, but here's why I wouldn't want to do that. I mean, I might pick it up. Yeah. You get SP for buying food at shops and recovering your health that way. So music appreciation is actually like a detriment. You get less, you get another way to heal yourself, but if you're ever out of yen, I don't know what you've been doing in the game, at least not at normal difficulty level. So mental momentum, when tailing, gain 5 additional seconds to locate your target. Pick that up early. And, oh, here we go. Barfly raises your drunkenness limit. I've already knocked a few back. Liquid Courage increases the rate your EX gauge recharges while drunk. Social Smoker charges up 1 segment of the EX gauge when you light up a cigarette in the smoking area. Well, look at that. Smoking is very, very, very bad for you. Don't smoke. Unless you're Yagami, in which case it's good for you. Don't smoke. Alright. Can you imagine? What the hell? Not only having smoking in your game, but like rewarding the player for doing it. So the next thing, probably boost health. I don't take a lot of damage, but I'd really prefer not to die. Although, I bet, here's my bet. We are, as soon as the open world part of it opens up, we're going to have things that we cannot do in the world until we upgrade our boost grip. So I'm actually going to get that one. There, that's all my SPs. On with the case. Oh, wow, Grumpy says... So, thank you to Grumpy, who does confirm it is a different voice actress for Sorry. I don't want this to be heard as, like, I don't like the new actress, but I really like the old one. If you ever look back on, like, the first Judgment, the first Sorry had a... Like, she was so flat and disaffected in the way that she talked all the time. I couldn't even attempt to mimic it when I would voice Sorry. And I'm no voice actor anyway, but I couldn't even come close. And I really liked that performance. So it's a shame that they couldn't get her. I'm very glad for all the actors that they did get back. It's a shame they couldn't get that particular actor as well. Oh, and Sam Lander saying that's the luck symbol. Okay, this is not a yen symbol. Thank you to Samalander. And then finally, Grumpy is saying Netflix, and then Brian is going to take off. Brian did confirm that he's playing on the hardest difficulty level of Horizon Zero Dawn. Don't ask me why I'm having trouble remembering that. But yeah, Brian, good on you. I would like to play that at a harder difficulty level. I'm not sure that I have the courage for the hardest one. So congratulations on that. Grumpy says the new one seems pretty famous and prolific. She's the English voice actor of the main character in Your Name, which is another... probably anime would be my guess, that I don't recognize. Yeah, it's nothing against her. I just thought that the first Sorry turned in like a really memorable performance. Like, again, it's been like more than a year, and Sorry was the first person who was like, that doesn't sound like it's the same person. So that's the kind of impact it made on me. All right, so let's talk with the chairman.
May I help you with something, Yagami-san?
You sure can. Only thing is, where to start?
I can't reveal what happened to Mikashiba, but there's no harm in asking general questions about him.
Remember how you told me about a student teacher went missing?
Oh,
This is him, right? Hiro Mikoshiba.
How do you have that photo? But yes, that's him.
I'd like to ask a bit about him in relation to a separate investigation.
What is it you need to know? Did something happen to him?
I'm afraid I can't give you any details. This request comes from a very close colleague. I'm sure you understand. It's a matter of detective-client privilege. I know that isn't much consolation. But if it's any comfort, I would never disclose anything about your case either.
But don't you see? Mikoshiba-kun was officially reported missing. Please, can you tell me something?
I promise. I'll tell you everything I can when I can. But for now, let me ask the questions.
Very well. Go ahead.
I'll start with the basics. Mikoshiba-kun was a graduate here, correct? And that's why he came back to train as a teacher?
That's correct.
How long was he supposed to be here?
3 weeks, originally. He'd nearly finished his time with us. But one day he simply stopped coming. It was as if all was well, then suddenly he was gone. Or at least that's how I'd heard it.
Were you two not that close?
No. We'd had barely exchanged a word since he arrived.
That sounds pretty standard for a school chairman. He wouldn't personally deal with any temp staff. Yeah, that's what I was thinking as well. Also, a quick question to Samalander, whose wife apparently reads some Japanese. What is the large plaque up above the chairman's desk? Like, if I were to guess, just based on its placement and what I've seen in, like, you know, American offices, it might say something like integrity, honor, discipline, excellence in education, you know, something that's very important to the chairman. But I'm just curious if you or Rogue happen to know what the big, like, 4 symbols are just above his desk. And it might be 4 separate ideas.
Wasn't there a pretty dark rumor about Mikoshiba-kun 4 years back? Something about how he drove a student to suicide?
You mean what was dredged up online? Yes, I'm aware of it. However, in the subsequent lawsuit, that rumor was put to rest. The court found no evidence of bullying.
But you had your doubts, didn't you? So you called on us to take a deeper look.
Well, yes. But let's not get confused. The tragedy from 4 years ago does weigh on us. but we've washed our hands of the matter.
Well, you say that, yet I can't help circling back to the same question. Why would the head of a school hire detectives to monitor his students in secret? Potentially even out of pocket.
Well, for one thing, it would reflect poorly on our institution were I to openly suspect our students. Then there's the issue of bullying being recorded and shared online. You know what kind of firestorm that can cause. I should mention, I'm the one who takes the fall for it. My own privacy be damned. So of course I would opt for secrecy.
That's fair. But what that still doesn't answer is why this is happening now.
I'm not sure I follow.
Something must have pushed the chairman towards taking action against the bullying now of all times. Well, my first thought, and this is worthy of investigation, but here's my working theory. Dude is a bad bullier, graduates, comes back, Mikashiba, comes back 4 years later, or like however long after college to be a student teacher at the same place, and he's still like a bully shithead. So he actually helps to... He was only there for 3 weeks? So this feels like a weak theory already. But he helps to advance the culture of bullying, which has continued to fester ever since then, to a point where now the chairman is like, oh man, it's gotten really bad. We've got to do something about it. But that's sort of what I would think. It's still a question worth asking. Oh, God, I would have said something later. Okay, so Shinjiko, what pushed the chairman towards taking action against the bullying now? I can't imagine that he knows anything at all about the sexual assault case. Eyewitness smartphone, no. Trace element inspection report. The report of the trace elements inspection taken from Ihara's hands immediately after his arrest. The trace fibers detected on him match the fibers of the victim's underwear. Wait, these are my only 3 options? The footage has aired on TV multiple times, but none of these things relate to bullying at the high school. That he knows. I know how they do, but man, it's such a far link. So the only thing that makes sense would be the footage that has appeared on television multiple times, that the chairman recognizes this guy as being the father of one of the students, which feels very, very tenuous that the chairman of the school recognizes an individual father, but he was an active duty police officer and maybe highly active around the school, volunteered or whatever. I don't know what the culture is like in Japan, so I'm sort of looking at it through an American's eyes, but this one makes the most sense. Yeah. Reveal the evidence.
Could this be what riled you up?
But this is...
This is footage of Akihiro Ihara 2 months ago, captured up in Tokyo. The man was an active duty police officer, so of course it made the rounds in the media. But you already knew all that. After all, he's the one who sued your school on account of what his son endured here.
Right.
Bullying that led to suicide.
Well, that's undeniable.
And now that he's in the spotlight, any more problems at Serio would lead people to start connecting the dots. The police would dig up that suicide in no time, regardless of whatever the court had ruled. They might even reach the conclusion you had covered the whole thing up. I get the feeling that's why we're really here, to prevent another mess on your hands.
Oh, I see now. Our job's to sniff out any bullying. Then you sweep it under the rug.
That's simply not true. At least, that wasn't my intention.
You sure about that? The thought never even crossed your mind?
Perhaps it did. The scenario you described was painfully accurate. Every time I saw Ihara-san on TV, I'd grow sick with worry that it could all boil over on us here at any moment.
I can assure you, Chairman, I'm not here to cause any trouble. I only want to learn about Mikoshiba-kun.
In that case, you should speak with Sawa-sensei. She was his teaching mentor.
Her? Great. Just my luck.
See? I told you we should have stayed on her good side.
How was I supposed to know?
So, would you like me to call her back here?
No, thanks. I should go see her myself. Do a bit of smoothing over.
In that case, you may want to go downstairs and see if she's in the faculty room. She should still be on lunch.
Perfect. I've got another chance to shoot my shot.
Sorry, Kaito-san, but I'm fielding this one alone. Tsukumo, you guys can clear out too.
What? You're benching all of us? Just like that?
I don't understand the meaning of this, Yagami-shi.
If I had time to explain, I would. Just trust me on this for now.
Oh, we did get a couple good looks at it there. Thank you. Okay, Sam Lander did get it. Also, like, I don't know anything about being a private detective, and I certainly don't know anything about it being about being a private detective in Japan. But the idea that we are there because Yagami has been subcontracted out by this other law firm who's detective agency, and in the middle of the case, which he's still being paid for. Like, right now, it's still an ongoing thing. They haven't, like, paid out and completed. He takes on an additional case to now investigate the school as being culpable for this murder-suicide thing that happened. Feels weird. He can just, like, do that. Anyway, all right. Okuda said the faculty room is one floor below his office. I'm getting the feeling we're going to learn the ins and outs of this school real well. I don't know why I would go into the men's room, so we're just going to keep right on walking. Sam Lander says that it looks very stylized, so she may not be able to read it, but we'll try to remember, though. Yeah, thanks for... It's just a point of curiosity. I'm curious what it says. My completely uneducated prediction is that it's got 4 symbols that are separated out in a way that represents... like 4 separate ideas, 4 principles or ideals or virtues that are important to the school. The chairman personally. Here's what we stand for.
I'm sorry. Did you need something, sir?
Oh. Is Sawa-sensei here?
She should be back shortly. May I ask who's waiting for her?
Well, no one's special, really. I just need to have a quick word with her is all. Maybe you could tell me where her desk is?
It's right over there. The one with all the English books.
Thank you.
I don't know if I'm going to be able to read the English books. Can I, observation mode. Okay, it's got a copy of Hello World. Oh, we've got a picture there. Oh, and I can apparently, like, do a focus. I don't know if there's anything to investigate here, but... No, everything's face down. Oh well. So this is Sawa-sensei's desk? Mikashiba was under Sawa-sensei's supervision. Can anything here give me clues about him? Hasn't he been gone? Like, how long has he been gone, guys? Like, at least 2 months, I feel like the chairman said. I don't know why I should be holding on to a bunch of stuff. Oh, hold on, I can press L2 to press and hold and think. Wait. What do I want to think about, though? Let's look for clues first, and then we'll think.
Suspicious.
Most teachers wouldn't have a laptop. I can't go messing around with her laptop with all these teachers looking. Just to kick him in the head. Attendance book for class 2-2. That's right, she's their homeroom teacher.
Hey, suspicious.
Photos of students, but their uniforms aren't from Seiryō. Wait, could this be Sawa-sensei herself? Yeah, the one that's top center that looks exactly like Sawa-sensei. So this is Sawa-sensei in her high school days. Maybe this helps make her more relatable to the students. Also, like, there is another photograph down there at the bottom right, which seems like it's probably important. There's another photo in the back. Does that kid go here too? I'd like to check it out, but I can't be seen doing that. All right, let's see if there's anything else. So it says that I'm done, but I want to continue to look because sometimes they'll put like secret stuff in here. I'm almost out of like lucky juice. Focus. Yeah. All right, that's everything. I cannot think anymore either. So just go out. Sunekinsune, thank you very much for the resub by way of Moo.
What are you doing here? I thought you'd have gone by now.
Yes, well, I need to ask you a couple things.
Such as?
Such as how close you were to Hiro Mikoshiba.
What?
I heard from Chairman Okuda you were mentoring him as a teacher. I believe this was 2 months ago?
Why do you, of all people, want to know?
Did you notice anything unusual before he disappeared? Any sign of trouble he might have had?
I can't say for sure. He just stopped showing up one day. Really, that's all I know.
Hello, Jody K.
Is that really all you can tell me? Nothing jogging the memory?
I said that's all.
Sorry, hello to Suda Kitsune and Jody K. And Suda's using the new Mia emotes from Wilder Myth. Yeah, hers came out particularly good because of the contrast, I think. And everybody said that they really like them. So, yes, hello to you guys. So, interrogating someone with nothing to go on isn't very effective. Maybe I should come at this a different way. Also, in privacy, like, interrogating her in front of all the other teachers is a choice, but it feels like it's only going to put her on the defensive.
You know what? Let's start over. Why don't we talk about him as a student? You were already a teacher here by then, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Back when a student here committed suicide, there were rumors online about how it could have been caused by bullying, and Mikoshiba-kun's name came up as one of the potential bullies.
Yes, but those were just rumors.
So he wasn't involved in any teasing?
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
He's not the type to bully, then?
I would say no.
Then why would those rumors exist in the first place?
You're asking the wrong person.
Wouldn't it be amazing if she was the lead bully? Like, that would actually make more sense based on the time frame. Not necessarily with her demeanor, but like, this dude couldn't have fomented a like culture of bullying in 3 weeks. That doesn't make a lot of sense. Something weird's going on. This isn't consistent with her reaction to Koda-san getting bullied.
4 years ago, the court determined this school was not responsible for a bullying-related suicide.
You mean Ahara-san's lawsuit? The father of the student who died and an officer in Tokyo? He was arrested the other day. Well, I'm sure you've seen the news.
Yes, but what of it? What exactly is the point you're trying to make here?
I believe Ahara-san still thinks his son killed himself because of Mikoshiba-kun.
Let me ask you something, Yagami-san.
By all means.
What are you trying to accomplish? Didn't you finish this whole business with the chairman? If that wasn't enough, you got security called on you. You clearly have zero regard for anyone here. You should have had the sense to leave long before now.
Believe me, once I learn what I need about Mikoshiba-kun, I'm gone.
In that case, you've already got everything you need from me.
One last question. You and the chairman both mentioned how Mikoshiba-kun got along with the students here. Anyone in particular that he was close to?
The kids in the basketball club? Mikoshiba-kun was in that club back when he was a student. Apparently he was showing up to their practices.
The basketball club? That includes the gang from before, right?
Yes. They all spent quite a bit of time with him.
Them again. They keep popping up for some reason.
All right. With that, I'll get out of your hair. Appreciate your time, Matt. Sawa-sensei.
Just a minute!
Kaito-san, you there? Tell me you're still on campus.
Why? You suddenly decide you need me after all?
Man, don't be like that.
You enjoy playing teacher's pet with Sawa-sensei?
You mean, did I enjoy getting eviscerated by her? She hates my guts at this point. That aside, I did get some interesting intel. And that's where you come in.
Huh? What for?
I want to find those bullies in the basketball club. Think you can fly the pigeon for me?
So I do have a purpose. Ain't that something? All right then. It's drone time.
Thanks. I'll start scoping out the gymnasium.
So for anybody joining in progress, Yagami is currently investigating a high school bullying ring here at Seiryo High School, which also now turns out to be related to a murder, a suicide followed by a murder. That there was a third-year student who committed suicide, and for context, that is like just before graduation. Oh, hold on, this girl was getting bullied, but her classmates got sick of it and backed her up. True-ish. Really, you don't see that every day. Yeah, props to whoever stepped in. I don't know who it was that did it, though. And that might be the whole conversation. So I would note, as a little bit of a content warning. Oh, hold on, we've got some more. Those bullies sure had what they got what they had coming to them. Everyone lecturing them like that? Talk about uncool. Right, because bullies are super cool, huh? Good point, haha. Alright. Let's see. Oh, what? I know what this is. We are 100% buying some yakisoba pan. It's the year of yakisoba pan. I'm going to buy 2. What do you think of that? Also, a paper milk carton. Buy 2 of those as well. Melon pan or croquette pan? I'm good with the yakisoba pan. I hear it's really good. Yes, Emelander knows about it as well now. Both of their attitudes get under my skin. Yep, yeah, Suda Kitsune also a big fan. Oh, what I was going to say is that this game does deal in themes of, so far, high school bullying, suicide, sexual assault. It's long on sensitive topics. And not always are they handled particularly sensitively, so I just want people to be aware. Jody K said him and the guy on the phone, yeah. Kaito is the guy that he was talking to on the phone. Huh, that girl, isn't she? Yeah, she's the one who was getting bullied, it looks like. Yeah, that's Koda-san. She was in the basketball club too. Maybe she knows about Mikoshiba. But Yagami, you can't... Again, maybe it's different in Japan, but at least in America, you can't, as an adult, just walk up and start questioning a minor. Although it really feels like that's what he wants to do. Hi. Kaito, if you're just joining, is his partner at his own detective agency. Also, both of them are ex-Yakuza.
Close one. Almost got it.
Huh?
You're Koda-san from Class 2 too, right? Basketball too?
Yeah?
You have a second? I have some questions about a student teacher who taught classes here named Mikoshiba.
Ow!
Really?
Yo, you read me talk? That posse of little shitheads just went strutting into the gym with some bats.
Kaito-san, can you at least try to warn me a little sooner next time?
Why? You worried?
Hey! Why are you still here, asshole? Who the hell are you, anyway?
Talking pretty big for taking a cheap shot while my back was turned.
You had it coming, shady old fuck!
Coda! Hey, you been spilling anything to this guy?
I didn't say anything.
I'll fill you in. I was asking her about Mikoshiba, a student teacher who disappeared from school not too long ago. You guys know him, right? The basketball club would.
Don't bother trying to talk to us like we're your fucking friends, asshole.
I wanna bash your fucking skull in. You'll die before I tell you shit.
You wiped the floor with us yesterday. Only fair for you to take a handicap.
I don't mind at all. Sure. All good. But it's still gonna be pretty one-sided.
You're so full of shit. I'm
When to use Snake. Snake style focus on swift flowing strikes and counterattacks, particularly well against those carrying weapons. We can deflect attacks from any direction with L1, disarm, grab an enemy with circle. So this is what I need to learn because I haven't done this. Grab an enemy with circle, then press circle again while holding them. Press circle once more with proper timing to disarm the enemy. Does not work on powerful enemies, and then EX surrender will take out a frightened enemy. Okay, I really want to do this. Let's try to do it. Okay. Okay, don't get hit by a bat.
Who the fuck are you?
I need better counters. Hold on. Oh, I really wanted to disarm him. Oh, I know. I disintegrated his bat into yen. Oh, can I get the bat, please? Okay, this will make it much easier to beat up these high schoolers. All right, your classmate's dead. How do you feel about that? I really want to do better at the fighting.
You've got a lot of guts for your age, kid. But come on. You really need a better outlet for all that aggression.
Let me go! Just what on earth is going on in here?
Hey. Let's roll out.
I'm gonna do you a favor here and leave out the part about the bats.
Huh? Are you even listening?
Yes, ma'am. We were just horsing around a bit. Right?
Just horsing around is right.
You really are unbelievable. Why are you attacking defenseless students on their school property? How many times must I tell you to leave our school alone?
For what it's worth, the chairman asked me to be here.
Oh, good. Let's drag him into this. How should our chairman explain you to the mob of irate parents that will be at his door any second now? Don't worry, there's a very good reason we hired these ragtag detectives to spy on and beat up your kids.
Not the words I'd use.
If I hear anything else about you, anything, I'm going straight to the press. I'm under no obligation to cover for anyone. Oh, and your attire is atrocious. When you show up at a school, at least try to look the part. Now go home.
You hear all that, Kaito-san? I have a funny feeling I'm not wanted here. Can I talk to the chairman real quick?
Oh, going over her head. Checking with the boss. Goldie says, nah, that kid's not dead.
Hold made her point clear. Perhaps it's best you take your leave. After all, you've satisfied the bulk of my request.
Wait. Okay, how about this? You can hire me on as a teacher. That way, I can stay on campus no problem, right?
But you can't teach without a license. You don't happen to have one, do you?
No, but I do have a lawyer's badge. How's that for certification?
You're a lawyer? Well, that certainly is a respectable position, but it's not exactly a license to educate.
Can't we work something out?
I'm afraid something isn't specific enough. Although, there is always the off chance that you can serve as an outside consultant. A guidance counselor, perhaps.
Oh, yeah. Like a club advisor. Do you happen to have a kung fu club? I've got a few tricks I could show some kids.
No, there's nothing of the sort. And on that note, I believe each club already has an advisor assigned.
That's unfortunate.
Me again. I say it's time we hightailed it out of here. No use sitting around on our asses, right? Why don't you meet us back here and we'll go?
I can't. Not until I find something for Sari-san.
Suit yourself. Don't work too hard now.
I need the time to ask around about Mikashiba. I have to find a way to stay on this campus. Maybe they've got some staff positions that need filling. I think I saw a reception desk near the school entrance. Ah, hello to Diesel. Diesel, hopefully you're having a great week so far. What is this, Tuesday? We have been roughing up some high school bullies who, in fairness, were trying to rough up Yagami by hitting him with bats. They were very successful at hitting him with bats, but then he was more successful at hitting them right back. And who was it? Grumpy says, nah, 3 bat strikes to the head is just a mild headache. We've got a conversation here. A couple high schoolers talking about watching videos online. We're just going to let them continue on with that, because eavesdropping on high schoolers feels a little bit weird. That's the reception desk. And there's a custodian. Should I just ask him point blank if they have any openings?
Huh?
That's one busy bulletin board. Could I find some help wanted ads there for the school? Let's check that first. Also, all right, I was going to pick up that thing on the ground, but...
Aha! Stop right there!
Huh?
I knew it. Suspicion confirmed.
Can I help you?
Actually, you already have. I didn't think you'd be foolish enough to show your face around here again.
I'm sorry, but do I... Oh.
Is this the girl that caught me yesterday? Damn it, why her? Why now?
They always say perpetrators return to the scene of the crime. And you just proved the old adage true, Monsieur Voyer.
Yeah, Grumpy was saying what I was thinking. Like, if Yagami needs there to be an open position at the school, he can open one up pretty easily. He just needs to track down somebody that works there and introduce them to Snake Style. No way she saw my face yesterday. Plus, we got the camera back. All right, take a breath. I should be safe.
Monsieur Boyer? What are you talking about?
I'm talking about your pervy little upskirt scheme. Seriously, hiding a camera under the stairs? And at your age? Shame on you, sir.
Yeah, you lost me. Now, if you don't mind, I'm kind of in the middle of something.
Oh, no, you don't. I have irrefutable proof of your crime. Why, the very shoes on your feet. You're wearing the exact same sneakers as the pervert from yesterday. And don't think they'll carry you to safety today.
Okay, what is happening here? Sorry, but your evidence is my shoes? Everybody here's got shoes, young lady. In fact, I'm probably not the only person with this exact pair.
Your shoe style is merely the icing on the cake. You see, before the pervert arrived yesterday, I had covered the floor around the camera with a clear polymer that shines under black light.
Holy shit!
It's an oil-based substance, so it lasts a few days. Your soles are stained with it as we speak. Which means you came bumbling back to the scene of the crime, while wearing the very evidence of your misdeeds.
Yagami, you're fucked. You got outplayed. You need to get the hell out of here. Am I seriously getting busted here by some high school girl? No, you're getting busted by Veronica Mars right now, buddy. You're done.
Lamenting your misfortune already? That's what you get for crossing the Mystery Research Club of Serio High.
Mystery Research Club?
Now, if you'll follow me to the faculty room, monsieur.
Wait, just hold on, okay?
If she's not bluffing, this could turn out really bad. What do I do? Oh, Snake Style, man. Just, like, pin her up against the wall, punch her 3 times in the sternum. she'll be knocked out for 15 seconds, and then you can get away. Sorry, that hurts really badly. For anybody that's joining, EX surrender is the thing I just said. Okay. Running away. So for real, we can't run away because we have to figure this out in the school. Use EX surrender. We're not beating up a high school girl. So then we're down to refute her claim.
There's no way I'd have noticed an invisible substance on my shoes. I'll give you that much. But even if I did step in some mystery goop, does that really prove what you're saying? With so many people on campus, any number of them could have walked over that spot.
No, only the perpetrator stepped in the coating. I know this because I was there watching your fiasco. And of course, I had the PE teacher who was with me agree to serve as witness.
Grovey was heavily voting for EX surrender. It would have been interesting to see, but like there you get SP bonuses in these conversations for navigating them successfully, and that's how you upgrade your character. She was too ready for this.
Why don't you just give it up already?
I've already got so much riding on this. Oh, hey! We're not done. Okay. I'm going to select this because I am very curious to see what it's going to say. EX surrender allegedly only works if an enemy is afraid, and this is the least afraid person that I've ever seen. Wait, this is the perfect time to use my new... Get thrown directly into prison? Hang on, what am I thinking? There's got to be another way. He doesn't beat her up. Now, flee is actually the only option left. Why ruminate when I can just run?
There's no escape, sir. I have even more proof of your crimes. The camera may be gone, but fortunately, I snapped a photo of it before it got taken away. With that, I determined everything there is to know about your camera, down to the store where you bought it. Turns out it's an online exclusive, customized to capture high-resolution footage with an inconspicuous design. Were I to supply this information to the police, they would track down the owner soon enough. After all, the shop would have no choice but to cooperate with a police investigation.
Tsukumo likely covered his tracks well enough, but I still can't have the police involved.
Do I need to spell it out any further? You, monsieur, are ensnared. Therefore, I think it would be wise to do what I say.
She's right. It might actually be best not to run for now. Okay, so now at long last we get to negotiate.
Let's say we have a chat.
A chat?
Yeah. Now, I can't give out any details, but having the cops on me would be extremely problematic. So, I'd like to resolve this as amicably as possible. Think we can come to terms here?
I will agree to one thing only. Hearing the unadulterated truth. And make no mistake, I will not be misled by diversion, threats, bribes, sob stories. Nothing of the sort.
If, just in case this was the last Judgment game, like they lose the rights to use Yagami, can we have a game about her? Great. The one thing she wants is the one sure thing I can't give her. I have to find a way to negotiate here. I just need her to lose the camera footage. Is there anything I could use as leverage? Figure out how to get out of this. Fucking what? Can I observate mode at all? I feel like if I walk away from this, she's just gonna pull out her phone and call the cops.
Look at me. Do I really look like a pervert who'd sneak into a school for dirty pictures?
Well, no, actually. Not at first glance.
Right? So, drop the Monsieur Voyeur...
But I would be an utter failure as a mystery connoisseur to fall for such elementary misdirection.
What?
No matter where or when the story is told, the perpetrators in mysteries are often those who draw the least suspicion. This trope carries over into the real world as well, so the fact that you don't look like a criminal proves nothing.
Really?
If you think you can fool this mystery fiend, you'd better think again.
A mystery fan, I guess I shouldn't... Yagami, yeah, like, so here's the thing. She's, like, in the Mystery Solvers Club or whatever. You're a private detective. You're looking for a club advisorship here at the school. It feels like there's something there. Suda is also saying that they would love to have a Home Alone-style Kung Fu game. Although this does mean I can reason with her. Come to think of it, I think I saw her putting something up on the bulletin board. A thorough observation of the area might give me a hint in negotiations. So, I cannot read anything on this bulletin board. And apparently... Oh, there we go. The Serio High Mystery Research Club. Is this their club flyer? So this is what my Inquisitor was posting here. What's it say? Okay, so now we get a translation. The Mystery Research Club is in jeopardy. Our advisor is leaving Serio. We have been informed by the faculty's too busy to run an additional club. We need an outside counselor. If you know any detectives or mystery writers, please share their contact info with us ASAP. Kyoka Amasawa, Mystery Research Club President. Is this... No, this could be Kyoka. Kyoko. We don't know her name. Club President Kyoko Amasawa. That must be her name. Seeking outside sponsor ASAP. Oh, this isn't soliciting club members? The MRC is in jeopardy. Our advisor is leaving the school soon. We've been informed that no other teachers, so we must turn to outside assistance. If you know anybody who is a detective, etc., etc. Some outside assistance, huh? Looks like my detective skills are about to pay off. As a matter of fact, this is exactly the angle I needed.
You're Kyoko Amasawa-san, right? President of the Mystery Research Club?
So what if I am?
I saw your flyer. Sounds like your club's in a tough spot.
You're not wrong. Our current advisor got married and quit teaching, and we can't find anyone else to take her spot. On top of that, the chairman's been reluctant to bring in anyone from outside, so the MRC may be in dire straits. But your arrival marks our revival. Should I turn you in as a voyeur, it would make a fine feather in my cap. It would also prove the value of the MRC, so the chairman would have no choice but to solicit an advisor for us.
Well, that all sounds fine on paper, but the real-life logistics may not play out that way. You'll need a competent professional in your area of interest, but you think they have time for volunteer work?
When you put it that way, it does seem like a long shot.
Right? So here's my proposition.
just outright bribe her. No, we want to be an advisor at the school anyway.
How about you make me your advisor?
You? Advise the MRC?
Why not? A Kamurocho-based detective not good enough?
You're a detective?
Oh yeah. I'm Takayuki Yagami from the Yagami Detective Agency. I was asked to come investigate your school. That's about all I can let slip.
So then, the hidden camera was for your investigation?
I'll let you deduce that yourself. Client confidentiality and all that. But I will say one thing. I'm here to stop shady business, not start it.
If he wasn't shooting up skirts, then what was he trying to see? Rather, who was he trying to see? Who put him up to it? Our staff? Ugh, so many variables!
Listen, I don't mean to interrupt, but hello? As I was trying to say, becoming your advisor could work out well for both of us. I'm not done here by a long shot, but one of your teachers is bent on seeing me gone.
Really? Who?
Sawa-sensei. She thinks I have no business being here, and frankly, it's been hard to prove her wrong. But if I were to advise your club, it'd be all the reason I need to stay on campus. So what do you think? It's a win-win situation, wouldn't you say? Oh, and if it's experience you want, believe me, I've been around the block when it comes to mysteries.
I believe I understand. The purpose you stated for being here does fit the circumstances better than my original theory. But I will not be persuaded so easily. So, I propose a test.
A test?
Right this way, please.
What? Hey!
I got a bunch more SP. We got like 1,000 SP a little bit ago for some damn thing that I did. So it's time to upgrade some skills. But wait, I don't want to follow this high schooler down into the basement.
Huh? Who's this, sis?
This is Yagami-san, our new advisor candidate. However, I intend to test him first. See if he's legitimate.
Fine by me. I'm Kento Amasawa, Kyoko's younger brother. Also the MRC's bodyguard. When your sister's as nosy as mine, you've got to step up your game to keep her safe.
Please have a seat, Yagami-san.
After you.
Oh, how kind of you.
Are those little chocolates in the...
So, Amasawa-san,
bin?
Back to the topic at hand here.
Let's not rush into the test. Let's talk about the Mystery Research Club.
Could you tell me what the Mystery Research Club actually does? It seems like the advisor ought to know that.
So, I founded the Mystery Research Club last year. Primarily, we function as a book club, critiquing mystery novels from many different cultures and eras. But, when the opportunity is ripe, we also engage in more involved activities. And by that, I mean solving the mysteries around us.
Oh, you mean go sleuthing, like on a case. So that's what you were up to. I've got to say, as a potential advisor, I'm not exactly psyched to hear you go around looking for trouble.
Oh, don't get me wrong. We don't do this for kicks, and I'm not a fan of danger. If we could all be armchair detectives, free to investigate from afar, surely that would be ideal.
Yeah, don't I know it.
Unfortunately, that is rarely, if ever, possible. Say our investigatory senses were to draw us toward a mystery that escapes even the school and the police. Why, letting such a case slip away would be anathema to our club's founding principles.
While I do admire your passion, why put yourself at risk? You'd be safer handing it off to the authorities.
Then shouldn't we hand you off to the authorities?
Well, now, let's not be hasty.
I take it you see my point then. Some cases aren't so cut and dry.
You make some valid points.
Yagami, how about you teach her kung fu and she teaches you how to be a way better detective and everybody wins?
So, getting back to this test of yours.
Yes. So, based on what you've told me, I'm inclined to drop your charges altogether. A detective setting up cameras is believable. That being said, I'd also be a fool to take you at your word. If this is a ruse, I'd be unleashing a pervert on the school.
Well, the caution is admirable.
Then you shouldn't mind if I test both your skills as a detective and your character as a person. And once that's over, the club will reach a decision. We'll either accept you as our mentor, or turn you in as a deviant.
I get the picture. So what does this test entail?
Actually, we've been dealing with a rather risky case as of late, so your job is to resolve it.
How risky are we talking?
Also, there's a 0% chance that that kid is just sitting there reading his manga through this conversation, right? Like, what could possibly be happening that is more gripping than what his sister is up to?
Well, it's about as risky as it is risque. Yagami-san, have you ever heard of a sugar baby?
Jody Kane, have a great day.
You mean a younger girl getting paid to date an older guy?
You know it. Now our current case involves one such sugar baby. It seems that one of our dance club girls has grown a reputation for dating older men. Unfortunately, I've yet to pin down exactly who this is.
All you know is she's in dance club? Well, I understand why you'd want to know more, but what about this warrants investigation? She in danger?
The issue at hand is that she may be doing more than dating, and it's putting her safety at risk. Well, we found this out online, so we're admittedly speculating a bit here. But apparently this girl's pretty infamous for what they call her vanishing act.
Care to elaborate?
She strings the mark along, going on a few dates for an agreed-upon sum, but then she goes in for the kill. She gets a large upfront payment for promising to seal the deal, and then, poof, gone with the wind.
Okay, I can see how that might make her enemies, but that's on the guy, isn't it? I mean, he's paying to date an underage girl, and he thinks he has the right to complain?
You're not wrong. Problem is, her latest mark, a violent, foul-mouthed thug, isn't so self-aware. I believe rape and murder were his choicest threats. So yeah, we can't just write this one off.
Oh, yeah. That's a concern.
Mm-hmm. And now he has his gang roaming the streets, searching high and low for the girl who conned him. I'd say that establishes the risk clearly enough. As soon as we found out, we've been trying to find the sugar baby and warn her ASAP.
Yeah, I get it now. If we don't act, she could be in very real danger.
I think we're finally seeing eye to eye, Yagami-san. After all, the truly artful detective can solve incidents before they even occur.
That's not quite how it works, but sure.
Okay, begin the test.
In any case, now that the situation's clear, I'd like to get on with the test. Just tell me where to start, and I'll be there.
It is said that the great Sherlock Holmes was able to freely change his appearance into that of a total stranger. From helpless old woman to shifty-eyed vagrant, he deceived the masses and never lost a lead, all thanks to a good disguise.
So, you want me to go undercover?
Yep, any detective worth their salt should have no trouble with that. You're going to infiltrate the dance club as an advisor and return with a lead on the sugar baby. That is your test.
Wait, you want me to teach a dance club?
If it's required, then yes. I want you to win their hearts in ways I myself could not. Those girls are a close-knit group. They never trade gossip with someone like me. However, if a cool new stranger gained their trust, that's you, they might be more willing to talk.
But how am I supposed to be a convincing advisor if I've never danced once in my life?
That's okay. It's rare for their advisors to get up and do it themselves. They generally teach from book.
Oh, great.
If it's any consolation, their current advisor never even shows up, so you'll already have an in. Just give them a few pointers, act authoritative, and soon enough, you'll be their closest confidant. Easy peasy.
Easy peasy? To teach something I know nothing about?
I'm sure you can figure that out. That is, if you really are a detective and not some snaky imposter.
You're really putting me through the ringer, you know that? I guess I'll have to prevail with the power of vague advice.
Good, then let's move. The dance club will be starting their practice any minute. They're in the gym basement, in case you didn't know.
I know her test might be tough, Yagami-san, but I think you'd make a pretty rad advisor. So good luck.
Huh? Oh.
Yeah, Jody K, enjoy the massage. And probably the rest of the Tuesday. I, at this point, feel like every version of Yagami's timeline results in him being employed by this young woman. Like, she's so on top of everything. The only thing that I have a little bit of a question about is... I am following her, or do I just go ahead of her? No, she's a blue arrow on the map. I'm gonna follow her. They know that somebody in the dance club is basically running this long con on weird pervy guys, but they don't know who it is. The guy that's like now looking for retribution against her, he never once says her name, like, hey, you know this girl? Maybe she gave him a fake name, and that's why they don't know the person's identity. Kitsune is saying, hold on, come to find out it's really just the story of how he came to love his job as the mystery club advisor. Yeah, maybe that's what Lost Judgment is all about. He's going to hang up his detective spurs, or whatever detectives wear.
Where's the captain? Ah, right there!
Something's not right. I feel so out of it.
Sayaka Nishizono, I'd like a word with you.
Hey, aren't you...
Amasawa from the Mystery Research Club? You betcha. Don't worry, I come bearing good news.
Oh great, the MRC. What do you want with us? We're not up to anything.
Calm down, I'm not here to expose your secrets to the world. I only wanted to introduce you to someone.
What are you getting at?
To preface this, I noticed your club advisor hasn't been showing up much lately.
Yeah, apparently he got really sick. We're lucky if we see him a couple times a month.
Right, and it must be rough trying to choreograph an entire routine without him.
Yeah, and we've got a meet coming up soon. It's so much pressure.
I see. Then the stars really did align in your favor.
What? Listen, Senpai, I know we might seem desperate, but it's not like we need any favors.
Don't worry, you don't owe me for this. I'm offering you a potential advisor as a token of goodwill.
Potential advisor?
Let's not sweat the small stuff. The important thing is, Yagami-san here said he'd agreed to help you with your routine as a stand-in advisor.
Help with their routine? When did I ever say that?
Oh my gosh, really? This is just what we needed. You know, I could tell you had a certain something about you. So how long have you been a pro dancer?
I'm not a narc. I mean...
Oh, so modest. This is like one of those dream come true moments in a movie. I've been literally racking my brain trying to come up with a workable routine. Oh, I'm so glad that's on you now.
Whoa, time out. I'm missing some important qualifications here.
Yagami-san, this is your Reichenbach Falls moment. You need to dive headfirst into the challenge. Don't you get it?
No?
Do you think we can get started? We've been practicing and practicing, but something about our choreography feels off. We all know our moves and everybody's got rhythm, so all that should be left is bringing our A game. But it feels like we're still missing something, you know? That wow factor. It's really kind of down to the wire to be figuring this stuff out, but I know we'll push through if we try. So can I ask for your first impression? Does our routine need more going on, or...?
You know, it's hard to say what's going on at this point.
I shouldn't have to say this, but keen observation is elementary for a detective.
And?
And you need to tell them what you observed. You did have your eyes open, didn't you?
So the test has started already. Jeez. Well, I better start winning over Amasawa. Time to weigh in with my honest opinion. Certain conversations or events won't unfold without your direct input. Answer within the given time limit to move the conversation along. Choosing to select nothing or remaining silent can also be an answer. The speed in which you make your choice will not affect the outcome. So as long as we get it within the time limit, it's fine. Certain conversations or events won't unfold without your direct input. Projection selections. Select left stick up and down to determine the intensity of your answer. Your word choice and projected emotion will match the volume. Cool. So not only is it timed, but it's like reflex based where I have to choose a particular intensity of how I'm providing feedback on a topic that Yagami explicitly knows nothing about. Spice it up, man.
Isn't your routine a little tame? Maybe you could spice it up a bit.
Spice it up how, exactly? You mean like we need skimpy outfits? Or like we dance all provocatively?
What part of this is a high school don't you get, Yagami-san?
Okay.
Yeah, sometimes I just say things.
Yikes. Then, see, I was thinking that they just need to bring it on. Like, somebody needs to get served or it's not actually dancing. All right. Also, I don't see that thing where I can, like, measure intensity, so... Make a bigger impact. That's what I meant by spice it up.
I think your performance could use a little more flair.
Flair? How so?
Well, you're already in perfect sync, and everyone knows their part. But, how to put it? You were right. It needs something that's going to leave a lasting impact.
I see what you mean. Maybe we are just kind of going through the motions here. If only we could come up with better stuff. Oh, maybe you could give us some suggestions.
Ah.
Suggestions? I don't even know how to dance. I do have smoke bombs, and we could do like pyrotechnics. But if I don't get through this somehow, it's back to the whole Guys, my personal goal is to live my life in a way where the one possible outcome of the decisions that I make and the situations I'm in is not, quote, back to the whole pervert thing, unquote.
Let's take apart what could give you the edge you need.
Okay. Hey, yes, throw in some kung fu. That's a great answer to most of life's problems.
Why not incorporate kung fu?
Did you just say kung fu?
Sure did. Throw a few kicks and punches, will knock the competition right out.
That's actually not a bad idea. Yeah, and it's not like martial arts-based dancing is entirely unheard of. But we don't know the first thing about kung fu.
Well, you're in luck. Kung fu happens to be a hobby of mine.
No way! That's so cool!
Well, it's my own style. You won't find it in any ancient scrolls. It's flashy.
Perfect! So will you teach us?
I guess I'm gonna have to.
Sweet! Then let's get a quick demonstration. Let's see some ass-kicking dance then!
Wait, really? I really have to do this?
Of course! How else are we gonna learn? Look up some random videos? We'll get to analyze your moves, your footwork, your breathing. We'll learn from the pro!
I wouldn't get your hopes up, though. What if my stuff doesn't fit your routine at all?
So, you're not gonna help us after all? That's pretty weak.
If you're giving up after stringing them along this far, hang tight while I dial 110.
Hold it.
Huh?
I guess I have no choice. Also, from the context, 110 is their 911.
You know what? I think I can wing it well enough. I've never done this before, though, so don't get mad if it's crappy, okay?
Oh, don't be so hard on yourself. You're gonna do fantastic.
Damn it, am I really about to do this? Also, blah 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 is lamenting that Mia's not here to see the spice it up conversation. Or the dancing thing, like Mia's a professional dance instructor. She's talked about that.
Okay, what we'll do first is show you the opening 30 seconds of our routine until the chorus hits. While you're watching, keep an eye out for the parts that could use some kung fu moves.
Sure. Good plan.
Okay, so here's how we start. In there. Now you take it away.
Whoa. Doubt I can top that. But you know what? May as well try.
That's a spirit. Ready for the music?
You can play a rhythm game at the dance club. Before you begin the dance lesson, select one of Yagami's EX solos. This will be selected automatically for the tutorial. Check your settings, then start the lesson. Well, I guess so. So it's Let's Dance, the difficulty is easy, and the costume is normal. And I have to assume that whatever is about to happen is going to get us, like, muted on Twitch. So if so, we will see you on the other side of whatever the mute is, everybody. Here we go.
Okay, let's go.
Literally no idea on what I'm looking at for the interface. All right, press the buttons to accurately fill the groove gauge. In addition to not wanting to return to the pervert thing, I always want to fill up my groove gauge. Once you pass the clear mark, you've nailed the routine. Okay. This icon indicates simultaneous notes in a routine. Press the 2 buttons are connected with the line at the same time. Held notes indicates a hold in a routine. Hold down the button for the length of the icon. Yeah, no, I get it. Like, I was about to do that. Press the directional pad while dancing to activate one of Yagami's EX solos. The game leans to your advantage while the EX solo is active. As icons recommending EX solos come streaming down, you're free to activate them at any time. The only EX solo you have in the beginning is freestyle, but you can learn more by reading the dance textbook. The dance textbook can be acquired over the course of the game or in town. You can assign 3 kinds of EX solos, so try out what works best to you. So, as icons come down, you're free to activate them at any time. All right. Oh, I should do buttons.
Yagami-san, you're officially the best.
There we go. I am the best at Yagami dancing. I got an S rank on my very first try.
Incredible. Oh, he's amazing!
That was amazing!
You like it?
Wow! Wait, is that
I
could
could
never do that?
Gosh, I hope he doesn't knock someone else.
See it?
Oh, look at that. Did you see that?
Yagami-san,
Wow.
what was that just now? I thought you said you couldn't dance.
Believe me, I'm just as surprised as you. Winning is part skill and part pulling it out of your ass.
I don't think a seasoned athlete could pull that off.
Yagami-san, that was incredible. You're not just a pro, you're a master.
Wow. You're giving an amateur way too much credit here.
No way an amateur moves like that. You're something else. Maybe you don't realize it, but you have a gift for this. You're totally a born dancer.
I don't know about all that. What you call a gift, I call muscle memory.
This is the best imaginable
Well,
blend
whatever
of
you call it, we're gonna
Cobra
use
Kai
every
and Bring
last
It
bit
On.
of it in our routine, if that's okay. You seriously saved our necks just now, Yagami-san.
Hey, I'm just glad it all worked out.
If it's okay to ask, could you drop by and give us more pointers sometime? Ever since our advisor stopped showing, we've barely been keeping it together. And we could all use some guidance from someone we can trust.
If you guys will have me, then sure. Not sure I have many pointers left, though.
Oh, you're the best!
I think it's time we headed back now, Yagami-san.
Huh? Oh, sure.
So Suda was asking, Mia dances?
So
yes.
did I pass?
Very, very
I'd say
accomplished.
I made plenty of headway with the dance club.
Indeed you have. Honestly, I'm still in shock over how easily you won Nishizono-san over. Every time I try to approach her, she reacts like I'm there to accuse her of something.
Gee, I wonder why. I'm sure the MRC has gained some notoriety.
Well, all the more reason we need an amazing advisor who can keep up with us.
Oh, I'm amazing now. Does this mean I'm no longer a criminal?
Yeah, I really should apologize for that at some point. Also, I have another theory as to why you installed that camera.
Yeah? Let's hear it.
So, a hired detective shows up to covertly monitor a specific group of students. Meanwhile, spreading through the news like wildfire is the case of Akihiro Ehara, a man connected to our school. Put those pieces together, and your objective here starts taking shape. But I wouldn't want to hamper any important detective work of yours, so for now, I'll let that theory sit.
Yagami, while you were learning to dance, she has already pegged on exactly why you're here. I'm not even kidding. She should come intern at the detective agency, and I'm not even remotely kidding. She's way, way, way too good for this high school club. She really is sharp. I guess she's president of the Mystery Research Club for a good reason. Well, also, it's her and one other person who's her brother.
At any rate, Yagami-san, I'll go ahead and let the chairman know of our arrangement. That is to say, I'll formally request you as our advisor.
Well, that'd be great. But do you really think he'll hire me just like that?
Sure, so long as you're officially considered an outside guidance counselor. I don't see why not. Also, we do need another faculty member as a supervisor, but that's more of a formality than anything. Their only responsibility is signing the paperwork. You'll still be the one running the club. Our school makes you jump through a lot of hoops just to be welcomed as a guest, huh?
Yeah, sounds like they won't let in just anybody. Anyway, is there a teacher you had in mind?
Yep, no worries there. The chairman actually promised to sign off on whoever we chose. Well, I made him promise might be a bit more accurate.
What? Really? Man, I wish he'd told me. He told me the club's already had advisors and left it at that.
Typical. I doubt he wants to actually keep his word. After all, if we get into trouble, he'll be directly responsible. He probably thinks the MRC is a big enough liability as it is.
I wonder why.
Well, with all that said, welcome to the Mystery Research Club. Can't wait to see a real detective in action.
Hey, you'll get your chance, and it's a pleasure to be on board.
Oh, when you have a spare moment, could you join us in the club room for a talk? I'd like your advice on another case we're monitoring.
What, you've got something besides the sugar baby?
Yes, and this one may actually be even nastier. In fact, the sugar baby may be but a single thread amidst a larger, more sinister web of conspiracies. But that's a lot to digest, I know. I'll get you up to speed when you're free.
Okay. Not quite sure how to process that right now, but I'll make sure to swing by at some point.
About school stories. And before we read this, the academic advisor, says Grumpy, is going to be the other teacher lady, Sawa Senpai. The only other person is that when we were talking to Sawa, there was another teacher there that was very plainly like just cocking an ear towards the whole situation. She didn't say anything in the scene, but I'm wondering if that might wind up being a character as well. Anyway, Amasawa has agreed to let Yagami act as the MRC's advisor. It seems like there's more delinquent activity than meets the eye at Seiryo High School. In order to unveil this activity, Yagami must infiltrate certain sub-communities within the school. Immerse yourself in various activities at the school, get friendly with the students, raise your leadership, and solve the students' issues. Can I just note, there was nothing even remotely like this in the first game. This is a very sort of ambitious upturn for like what they're going to do in the game. School stories are separate from the main story, so feel free to play these at your leisure. Raising Yagami's leadership allows you to access and progress through new school stories. Accomplishing tasks in various stories will grow different facets of Yagami's leadership. If you can't make any headway in one story, you may be able to trigger the next one by progressing another story. Try and progress all sorts of stories at the same time. Oh, I really had expected to go right back in and talk to her about whatever the other school story was going to be. Finally got my in with the school. Now I can ask about Mikashiba without getting the boot. Apparently he was tight with the basketball club. Being a former member, that comes as no surprise. Now, where do basketball players go after school? To the gym, of course. No, Yagami, they go to the hospital. You brutalize those kids. All right, I'm going to save it real quick. So here's a thought, and I'm going to toss this out to chat. What we might do is, like, hold on. Here's an idea that we might try to do. If the school stories are going to be, like, they can be progressed separately from the main story and sort of at their own pace, what we might do is identify in the show notes whether or not what we're going to do in that episode is going to be mostly main story side content, mostly side story content, or mostly school story content. And that way people would be able to follow along with whatever they found the most interesting. It's a thought. I don't know if it can be structured that way, but that would be pretty cool, I think. We did something similar with Scarlet Nexus, where anytime there was going to be a video or a stream where it wasn't going to involve like story content at all, they were sectioned off and sort of identified at the title so that people would know.
Hey guys,
Oh,
how
I
are
didn't-
y'all doing? Sweating it out on some layups?
I want to talk to Suda and then forgot.
Who are you?
Hold on.
My name's Yagami. I've been the MRC's advisor for all of a couple minutes, and I need to ask the basketball club a few questions.
Okay.
There was a student teacher who used to hang around here as recent as, what, October? Mikoshiba's the name.
Oh yeah, Mikoshiba-san.
Anyway, he stopped showing up out of nowhere. Any of you have any theories? Okay, scratch that. Then, what kind of teacher was he? Is he nice? Is he a jerk?
I wouldn't say jerk, but he was enthusiastic. Yeah, I mean, he did show up almost daily.
The club was really good back in his day. That's probably why he had us hustling even harder than the coach.
So, would you say he was on good terms with you all?
I guess. Wait, where's Koda and them?
Oh, from class 2 too? I don't know. I haven't seen Matsu, Nakane, anyone.
Ugh, those guys. They might make a scene if they see me again. A scene!
Something special about Class 2 too?
Well, yeah. Koda's in 2-2, and she was Mikoshiba-sensei's star pupil.
Star pupil? I do know who you're talking about, by the way. Are you saying she was favored over the others?
In a way, Mikoshiba-sensei worked her harder because she hadn't played basketball till high school.
See, most of us already had tons of experience by the time we joined. So, anyone starting as late as now has to be really athletic to keep up with the team. Mikoshiba-sensei knew that too. I'd say him looking after Koda did us all a favor.
Wow, sounds like the model instructor.
If you say so. But I'm not sure Koda felt that way.
Oh?
Mikoshiba-sensei might have just thought it was tough love, but I think he went overboard with the teasing sometimes. Like, he'd make her shoot and then go, "See, that was how not to do it."
Are you saying he would mock her?
That makes it sound bad. He was doing it because he cared, I think.
Hey, wasn't Mikoshiba-sensei the one who started the whole arousing thing? He said the way she held the ball was arousing. Said it was her main contribution.
That's not true. She's got a nice chest, too.
That's fair. Anyway, when Mikoshiba-sensei stopped coming, the guys in 2-2 were all like,
"Okay, what did Koda do to him?"
Are you implying they had a relationship?
Beats me. Mikoshiba-sensei did anything like that, he would have gotten canned on the spot.
yeah, people like to gossip, but as they say, where there's smoke, there's fire.
Maybe Koda-san's the reason he was always so fired up.
Maybe she's the reason he got fired.
So the writing on her hand, it wasn't some random insult.
Are we about done here?
Last thing, where are Koda-san and the others? Are they often this late?
No. Everyone's usually here by now.
Maybe they're still in their classroom?
Okay, and I think that about does it. Back to work for the both of us, huh?
Interesting that they use the expression there, where there's smoke, there's fire, which I know is it's a common phrase, but this game literally opens up with an example of there being a lot of smoke coming out of a building and no fire. It's so specific that it doesn't feel like it could be a coincidence. I'm just trying to think if it means anything at this phase, aside from, like, that expression can be false. New info has been added to your case. So, the missing teacher's murder, persons of interest updated. Yeah, so, this feels uncomfortable. English teacher at Seiryou High School became a faculty member before Ehara committed suicide. She was supervising Mikoshiba, who had returned to Seiryou to become a teacher. And then Koda, a member of Class 2-2 at Seiryou High School. She was once a member of the basketball club, but as the only beginner in the club, she ended up getting a great deal of negative attention from Mikoshiba, a basketball club alum. Because of this, Koda was being bullied by her fellow club members. Was it because of this? Because the way that they made it sound, they started bullying her, or at least amped it up after Mikoshiba left, because they believed, maybe rightly, that he had a thing for her or there was an affair going on. Also, God, their comments were really uncomfortable. Before I forget and glance ahead again, Suda had asked Mia dances. Yeah, Mia has talked about this on occasions on her stream herself, as recently as during the Christmas Prince trilogy. There was like a dance thing, and yeah, Mia has, like, when I say like a professional dance instructor, I mean like worked and gotten paid as a dance instructor. She's very, very good. It's a lifelong passion. All right, so we've got people here. So Mamiya? Anyway, an employee at Tokyo White Collar Business. During her commute to work, a man boarded the same train as her. We didn't know the victim before this. A man boarded the same train as her from Ikebukuro Station and groped her by reaching her hand inside her skirt. When they arrived at Shinjuku Station, she grabbed the attacker's wrist before he disembarked, then gave chase when he attempted to flee. And then here's the defendant, who was convicted. An active police officer was arrested in violation of the anti-nuisance ordinance after groping a woman on a train. He attempted to flee after being publicly identified, but was pinned down by passers-by on a station platform. Shortly thereafter, fibers matching those of the victim's underwear were detected on his hand. Security camera footage. Numerous cameras recorded the groper attempting to flee the scene with the female victim in pursuit. Yeah, she positively identified him at the scene. There we go. We've got that information. And then Ehara has stated that he's actually innocent of the crime that he's been charged with. That's a weird case all around. And then we've got that, and... Wait, do I have any school stories going on? Like, did we learn anything about... No, I guess the sugar baby, as they've been calling it, doesn't qualify as a school story. Suda would like to see some of her work. Yeah, I don't know if any of it is online, and she is not currently working as a dance instructor. I feel like that would be very difficult to do during COVID anyway. Oh, we found an earthworm. All right, let's go look for Coda. Oh, apparently she's up here. Okay, so we're not going to ask any questions about the stretchy rubber that we found in the high school gym. Let's grab whatever this is. Shabby wire. Yeah, and as Groomfy is saying, Mia is also very protective of her privacy. So even if it was online, I don't think that it would be easily shared. But yeah, she was critiquing some of the dancing done in... Groomfy, I think you were there. Was it Christmas Prince or was it Princess Switch? This store. Okay.
You spacing out on me? Look at me when I'm talking.
You can't face us because you're weak.
Are you fucking
Who
kidding?
gave you permission to quit anyway? Newsflash, you're nothing without the club.
Yeah, think about us for a second. Who has to pick up all the grunt work when you're gone?
Maybe she feels special after what happened at lunch. Like people suddenly give a shit about her.
Doesn't give you the right to ditch practice. Talk about selfish, am I right?
Stop it. Stop it! Stop it! Stop it! Is that all you know how to say? You think we're letting a stuck-up bitch like you give the orders?
You guys still haven't learned to play fair?
This fucking guy. Why's your dirty old ass still here?
Attention students! Be on the lookout for a creeper showing up in your classrooms!
If I were you, I'd watch my mouth around a club advisor.
Say what?
I'm Yagami, from the Yagami Detective Agency, and your chairman just hired me to advise the Mystery Research Club.
Bullshit.
I guess word hasn't gotten around? Maybe I'll let a few wisecracks slide for now then. But mark my words, I'll be here every day of the week, so be on your best behavior.
We better get to practice.
Yeah, you do that. Oh, and, break a leg out there. Matsu.
Are club advisors like Spartans
Not very
or something?
nice, are they? Are you alright?
I'm fine.
Koda-san, I'm sorry to spring this on you, but as I said, I'm a detective, and I need to talk about Hiro Mikoshiba. He started training as a teacher here pretty recently, right? And one day he just stopped showing up? At the time, did you notice anything strange about him? Maybe he seemed troubled, or you saw him hanging around strangers?
Why are you asking me?
The basketball club members think you and Mikoshiba might have been close, at least at practice.
They said that?
Before we continue, Force says that she feels terrible today and is staying home. There was a 4 to 5 hour wait at urgent care, so I just decided to go home. Yay for Angel Streams. Force, I'm very, very sorry to hear that. I hope it's not food poisoning or anything. The last time I had stomach pains bad enough to consider something like urgent care, it turned out to be food poisoning. It was wretched. I hope that you feel better very soon. Maybe her relationship with Mikoshiba is a memory she'd rather forget.
Well, I suppose there wasn't much truth to what I'd heard then. Don't sweat it. Just so you know, I'm actually going to be hanging around here at the school for a little while longer. If it's cool, I hope we can find a way to be friends. See ya.
Wait a sec. Earlier today, it was your voice that I heard, wasn't it? I just never expected anyone to actually stand up for me in school. But you could say I didn't really stand up to them for myself much either. We all just treated it like it was a normal thing. Sometimes people would even laugh about it. But then, today, something changed.
Leave her alone.
Everyone suddenly decided to take a stand like they'd seen enough. I couldn't believe it. But that first voice, the one that told them to stop, that was your voice, wasn't it, Yagami-san?
Who could say?
I knew it. It was you. Thank you so much for that. Today was eye-opening. I never thought about how horribly I was being treated until everyone stood up for me. What's more, it made me see that I was strong. In fact, I finally stood up to the basketball kids.
So you did. Is that what made you decide to quit the club?
Ever since I was a kid, I wanted to play basketball in a real team. I used to read this manga that made it look so cool. In a comic, even if you're a terrible player, the team always tries to lift you up. I tried. I wanted it to work, even if all they did was tear me down. But today, I just up and quit. That's not cool at all, is it?
You did nothing wrong, Koda-san. Truth is, there's a lot of injustice in the world that goes unseen. And some people decide it's easier to be part of the problem than be part of the solution. The kind of people who only feel joy when they see others in pain. You can only do so much to make people see the light. At some point, you've just got to let them go. You know what I mean? Then there's no shame in quitting.
But Yagami-san, I think you can only say that because you're such a strong person.
Okay. In that case, we won't call it quitting.
Huh?
You can play. Doesn't have to be with the basketball club. If you practice, you wouldn't even need a school basketball club to get to where you want to be. If this sport is what you want to do with your life, I guarantee you there's going to be a path for you to take. And all you have to do is find that path. I mean, it's got to be out there. And then you don't have to call it quitting.
I don't know about that.
Are you sure? I mean, wouldn't that be cheating?
Come on, try to work with me here.
So, the MRC, you're the advisor? Yagami-san?
Yeah. If you need anything, you just let us know. Anything at all. For example, if you hit any more trouble with those basketball club kids, you find me.
Sure.
You've got this.
Oh, Mr. Detective. Yagami-san, right?
Yeah. Shouldn't you be at practice with everyone else?
Yeah, well, remember Matsune and Sakaki? You know, the two other guys I'm always hanging around? They're ready to talk to you about Mikoshiba-sensei now.
Huh.
Well, Detective, I think they have a lead for you. Hey, you're here on some kind of case, right? You know, Mikoshiba-sensei talked to us pretty often. I think maybe we can help.
I think you should stay at least 10 feet away from her.
If you wouldn't mind starting fresh with all of us.
Oh, turning over a new leaf, are we?
We kinda have to. How else are we gonna get good college recommendations? It would really bite us in the ass if you went and narked on us, so... Will you at least hear us out? Matsune and the rest are just upstairs. Please, be a nice guy. We're really sorry.
Okay. I see where this is going.
No, you don't.
How many guys are up there waiting to jump me?
Oh, yes, he does.
The next floor up is for third years, right? You rope some of your senpais into this too?
Wow, you don't even know us and you're throwing out accusations like that? How are we supposed to become upstanding citizens with teachers like this? It's just not fair.
So that's a pretty pathetic trap, but maybe they really can give me some info about Mikoshiba. Or alternatively, Yagami, maybe what they're going to do is provoke a fight with you and then edit the video that they take of you to make it seem like you walked in and just started wailing on them for absolutely no reason. Also, like, ditto here, where they could be taping this from a distance and making it seem like he's hitting on her or something. I'm just saying, like, I would be 2 arms lengths away from this woman, absolutely, because they're constantly editing their little videos to get the appearance of what they want to present as happening. That's been established with this particular crew. Also, hello to Zerder, and I'm very glad to see in chat that Centrifugal Force does have an appointment set up with the doctor, because if she thinks it's appendicitis, which is what's happening in chat, yeah, you want to have that under observation. I had a very close family member who had an extremely close brush with a very severe issue when her appendix wasn't burst, but it was leaking, and this was causing a bunch of very, very bad stuff to enter the bloodstream. So please just keep an eye on that. Sandlater says, if you think it's appendicitis, go in now. Mine burst because I waited. I'm not gonna disagree. I know it's like a multi-hour wait, but I'm just concerned about it sounds concerning, is all. I just wanted to put that out there. Sandlater says, I was in the hospital for a week and out of work for more than 2 weeks. It took months to recover. If it's hurting that bad for us and the symptoms are pointing in that direction, I'd say it's much better to be safe. Appendicitis would be a visit to an emergency room, not an urgent care. I don't know enough about it. I'm not gonna push it, but I'd much rather be safe than sorry in a case like this. Zerder said, I'd rather wait in the hospital waiting room within treatment range than at home where transport time is a factor. Also, it's just when you live alone, if there was something like an appendix burst, you may lose the capacity to get to help is a concern that I have. We'll continue with the game, but Force, my brother is coming. Okay. Force is saying that her brother is coming. Okay, that's good. That's very, very good to know. That's a relief. Senator further says, mine burst on the way to the ER after visiting urgent care because my wife forced me to, and further advises to go. Yeah, if Force's brother is on the way, hopefully there will be some assistance. Okay, I don't want to get too alarmist about it. We always want to make sure that the people who visit the streams are in, good condition, because they're people, and that's the most important thing. Let's continue, but I'm going to keep an eye on chat as we go.
Fine. I'll hear you out. Tell your friends I'm on my way.
Really? Awesome!
Alright, I guess we're headed upstairs to the 3rd floor. Just run into the wall.
Over here, Yagami-san! Sorry to drag you all the way up here for this.
You wanted to talk to me? About Mikoshiba-sensei?
What? I can't hear a word you're saying, man! Why don't you come closer so we don't have to shout?
Yeah, let's get this over with.
I'm concerned that Yagami is pretty overconfident.
So many of you. You guys all know Mikoshiba-sensei?
Nah, that's not how our senpai friends roll. They know the Yokohama Liumon.
Yokohama Liumon? You mean the local gang?
Hell yeah. I've got a friend who's in deep with those guys. I scratch their back by bringing them chicks to hang out with, and they scratch mine by tipping me for it. It's a pretty sweet deal, actually. Also, we've got a little thing going. I get to drop the Liumang name if I need him to handle some business.
So you sell them girls in exchange for honorary membership? You need to find better friends.
Don't talk to me like you know me. I stay on their good side and I get my personal bodyguards. I work with the tools I've got to get to the top.
So you got it all figured out, don't you, kid? But you're missing the big picture. They're gonna turn the tables so fast you won't know what hit you.
I'll keep that in mind. But I wouldn't worry about me right now. You're the one who's got the real problem on his hands.
You get it? From now on, if you even lay a finger on us, you offend the Yokohama Liumang, and they'll take that personally. You see what deep shit you're in here, Yagami-san?
So how about it? You know how to say you're sorry? Cash for our pain and suffering.
Oh yeah? How much are we talking here? $1,000?
$1 million. If you're short, I'd be happy to hook you up with a loan shark. I know a guy who lends for the Seiryu clan Yakuza.
First it's gang, now it's the Yakuza. Keep bringing adult shit into this, I'm gonna start treating you like one.
Huh?
You wanna see what happens to gang members? I'll show you.
You sure you want to do that? We're gonna charge you extra.
Oh, you got this shit down, Matsui. Let's take this asshole down! Fuck him up!
Yagami's, level of trash talking is so... I can't back it up with my actual gameplay.
Let's go.
Oh! This is the map special move. Boo!
And stay down. Ah, my eyes. Cheap shot.
Can't see?
Got you now! No, you don't! Huh?
What? Did he just jump off?
Nah. He's just hiding in the dark. Like a scared little cockroach.
My eyes are burning. At least my vision's finally coming back.
You guys go look for him and tell me when you find him. I'm going for a smoke.
Okay, sounds good. You got this in the bag.
Senpai, what do we do?
You guys follow me. We'll all smoke together till we get an update.
Sure, I'll come with.
Senpai's the toughest around, and the coolest.
Ah, well. All for my adorable little underlings.
Blobby was asking if that kid tried to stab Yagami. Yep. I guess punks smoke at the school these days, too. Thought that was a thing of the past. Okay. Anyway, I need to ask Matsui about, and the others about Mikashiba, so I'll catch them off guard this time. Oh, so we're headed up, not down. Alright. Are we walking like a rain gutter? What is this? Wiring conduit? Oh, hey, there's some sort of file up here. The skill Verge of Death Wounded Tiger has been unlocked. Learn how to use it from the skills app in the pause menu. Hey, let's do that right now. But not with that button. Alright. Seems like a good place to check the skills app. So it was like a tiger skill, wasn't it? Oh, maybe it was in this one. Okay, blinded tiger something? Crane, reversal. Oh, these are like enhanced reversals for all the different skills. Ah, here we go. Verge of Death Wounded Tiger. Increases attack damage in tiger style when your health is low. I don't have an objection to getting that. Zerda says, don't forget the guy brought a box cutter to a plot armor to a plot armor fight. Water pipes, the heated one is insulated. Oh, really? Is that what he was walking on? Okay. I would like to get this since I just picked it up, but so far we've been focusing on like picking up the lower cost skills first on the grounds that they're going to be valuable. So let me just see what else we've gotten here. I don't think we've gotten anything for Tiger skill. Yeah, I think we're up to the point where like we picked up all the $600 ones and now we're going to get the $1,200 ones. Yeah, there's something I feel super important about, and we'll pick that up. But let me just see what else we've got. Snake, we haven't picked up any skills yet. And then the special one. Conscientious Eater, I'm deliberately not getting... oh, no, that's the one I did get. Yeah, it's Music Appreciation I'm specifically not getting. All right, let's go through for some of the $1,200 ones. So, boost health, yes. Boring, yes, but it means for fewer game overs, then I'm all about it. Boost attack level 1, not yet. Okay, so now, let's see what else we've gotten here. Handle the heat solo. Taunt a downed enemy to charge the EX gauge works better than a normal taunt. Hold R1 and press L3 next to downed enemies. Alright, let me try to remember to do that, because I'd like options to recharge my EX meter. R1 and L3. I gotta try to remember to do that. It's one of those things where, like, you pick up the skill, but then if you don't start doing it immediately, you forget that you ever picked it up. Okay, Heart of a Champion. Sure, let's charge up the EX gauge with every skill that we block. And let's spread these out. Sky Dancer Kick. An attack delivered in midair. Jump in any direction. Okay, I gotta start doing this one as well. Pick that up. And I can do one more ability. Let's see if there's something in the 1200 range for snake ability. Gain the chance to stun enemies on X throws, grab enemies with circle, and then press square. Damn it, I gotta learn how to do this stuff. Also, blah 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 is saying, can you imagine stuff would despawn in the real world? Like you'd tear your jacket a bit and then suddenly it would disappear and drop a string as crafting material. Oh, yuck. And, Grumpy is nursing a headache with coffee. No, not crazy at all. Coffee causes your capillaries to dilate, so sometimes the pressure that's causing the headache can be relieved. Force says if it's a caffeine headache, the hair of the dog will actually help, so to speak. If shit despawned in the real world, I would be fucked. Yeah, you wander far enough away from the car that you stole on the way into work, and suddenly it's not there anymore. You have no way home. Defeat these punks again. Alright, so what did I learn? I can do a taunt next to a downed enemy. I can do a jump with like a... We have to figure out the jump thing. Hold on a second. Let me get whatever this is. Box of ammunition. Or... a... Toughness Z. Oh, hey, unironically, I should probably have a snack. Let me go to items. Recipes, miscellany, valuables, disguises, gear. Okay, it'd probably be under recovery then. Let's have a fresh lettuce sandwich. Yep, gave me all my health back, and it was food with a view.
Tastes good, Senpai? Smoking a cigarette in the classroom?
So you came all this way just to get your ass kicked.
Hey, Akane! Go get the other senpais!
Okay, I'm on it.
You guys better watch out. If your teacher busts you smoking, won't you get in big trouble? On the other hand, you guys could use a lesson in manners, and I'd be happy to teach you.
Huh? What the hell?
Bastard! So this is where you were hiding.
Now what? That mouth of yours won't get you out of this. I'm taking you down! Don't give me that smug look.
Sorry, I'm just... Okay. Nope.
Let's go.
Alright. Oh, taunt. Crap. Crap, I missed the chance to do an EX action. Taunt! I don't know. So I've already forgotten how to taunt? Oh, shit! Damn it to hell! Okay, let me take out Sakai here.
Spring it!
I don't know what to do here. Ouch.
I think you're walking away.
Come on, Yagami, shake it off.
Spring it!
Okay, I have apparently forgotten. Nope. So, does anybody remember how to block a mortal attack? Because I'm completely forgetting it, and that was just taught earlier here. So, give me a second here. Oh, it'll be under battle. Guarding, EX actions, mortal reversals. Here we go. X, yeah, X and then circle. Ouch. Okay, this guy is working me. Do I have time to have another lettuce sandwich? Or that yakisoba pan?
Let's do this.
Circle?
Old asshole!
Come on, get up, get up, get up, get up.
Don't think you're walking away.
Okay, Yagami. Holy shit. Come on.
Bring it!
Shit! Oh, no! Oh, it really wants me to know how dead he is. Charging EX gauge allows you to use EX actions. Yeah. No, so, like, could I have taken a health item at some point in there? Maybe. But it's like, I need to get better at this fighting. It's just flailing.
Don't give me that smug look. Let's go.
Oh, shit. Like, when that happens, my brain shuts down and I stop, like, knowing what the dodge button is.
You're walking away. Bring it!
I promise I'm trying to block or dodge that. Dodge. And I can do EX boost, but like I need to learn this. All right. It feels like I just lucked out.
Jeez. This guy's a maniac.
This is the third time today these guys have gotten beaten up.
Hey, you mentioned compensation for pain and suffering. That still sound like a good idea?
No, we were just being stupid. Could you maybe forget all that?
Then from here on out, we're buds, right?
Ow! Ah, my shoulder! Holy shit, that hurts, Yagami-san!
Tell me everything you know about Mikoshiba. After all, you guys were pretty close, right?
Mikoshiba Sensei showed up to practice, like, basically every day. Kind of a pain in the ass, if I'm being honest.
As soon as our coach would leave, it's like a switch would flip and he'd start drilling us. He'd make us do like 10 sets of cross-court dashes. And if even one of us lagged behind, it meant 10 more. For all of us. That made it obvious real quick. Koda was our weakest link.
So Mikoshiba was especially harsh on her then?
Yeah, 'cause she's such a freaking klutz. Even the first years got sick of her eventually. Only thing she did right was unite the team against her.
You gang up and belittle a single defenseless girl, a beginner in your sport, and you call that unity. Real classy. Listen up. Mikoshiba's parents have reported him missing. Foul play could be in the works here. He's been gone for far too long.
Hey, you think maybe Koda did it? Some kind of crime of passion?
This isn't the time for bullshit. Or you want to keep going?
Nope. I'll pass.
Have you talked to Sawa-sensei yet? He probably knows Mikoshiba-sensei better than anyone.
All she told me was how exemplary he was, both as a student and a student teacher. And that he looked out for you guys, out of some sort of camaraderie.
Huh? She really talked him up that good?
Why, something off about that?
It's just... Sawa-sensei was really cold to him, no matter what he'd do. I actually brought that up to him one day. And it turns out the rumors were right.
Rumors?
Back when Mikoshiba-sensei was a student, one of his classmates apparently committed suicide. And Sawa-sensei suspected him of bullying the kid. I don't think he ever really got past that. He'd get all depressed sometimes.
Really? Sawa-sensei thought Mikoshiba was a bully?
Oh yeah. I actually asked him about it once, but he just laughed it off.
This isn't enough to prove Mikoshiba was a bully, but Sawa-sensei did seem less convincing with me. Less than convincing with me. Also, yeah, she was talking him up a great deal, like she was deliberately misdirecting Yagami from any suspicion she had ever had that he was a bully. Now, that could be that she learned the truth and then felt bad and wanted to be his most ardent defender, but it feels more like she was being dishonest, because she could have just said that. She could have said, oh, I used to think he was a bully too, da-da-da-da-da-da, and she doesn't say that. Zerder's also saying, I know they were stupid, but isn't this borderline questioning under duress? Oh, there's nothing borderline about it, but Yagami dispenses street justice and uses his profession as a lawyer to shield himself against the consequences.
I teach English, and that's what I was focused on. So as far as I knew, Mikoshiba-kun was a good student with solid grades back then. And during his time in training, I was under the impression he got along with the students just fine.
What did she really think about Mikoshiba? I'll have to press her on it.
All right, so our next thing, also in when we were hanging out with Koda, one of the things that Koda pointed out is that whole scene where all of the students stood up against the bullies. Oh my goodness, hello and welcome to everybody raiding over with the Killer Bits. Killer Bits, I saw that you were doing a Dungeons & Dragons sort of question and answer stream earlier today. I got a chance to listen to a little bit. It's always great to hear people bringing more people, bringing more folks into the hobby by just making it approachable and getting them to know, like, some of the questions, like what are the dice used for and how do you do a skill check and stuff like that. Sometimes the basics are the most valuable. Welcome to everybody coming over. Unfortunately, I regret to say I am out of time for now. I'm so sorry. We were on our way to get wrapped up because we've been on for about 3 hours. To everybody coming over, this is our second episode of Lost Judgment. It's a story-based game, it's a sort of action-based story game about a detective in Japan who is trying to uncover the truth of a murder plot that also involves suicide and some school bullying. So it touches on a bunch of sensitive topics. So this episode, as well as the first episode, will be archived on the channel. But Killer Bits, thank you so much for the raiders. I was literally opening this up to save it and to say goodbye to everybody, but I appreciate the raid very, very much. For anybody that's currently in chat that doesn't know Killer Bits, he also is a variety streamer, as previously mentioned, does some Dungeons & Dragons streams, but does something very cool, especially on the weekends. I think it's Saturday in particular, where he will be playing a game and there will be a timer on the screen, and if people enjoy what he's doing, then they can pay channel points, and it's not even that many, to have him play for an additional 5 minutes. And if there is sufficient interest on the stream to carry that game past the time that he has available for that day, then that same game makes a repeat appearance the following week. It's super cool. Like, I don't know that you've been here, Killer Bits, but I think that it's a very, very neat system that you have going there. It's a spin-off of the Yakuza series. Yes, same developer, same studio that makes it, and they had previously announced that while future Yakuza games are going to be in the style of Like a Dragon, where it's going to be class-based, turn-based combat for that series moving forward, Judgment is intended to remain their more real-time action sort of brawling style. So that style of game will live on in the Judgment franchise, with the one important note that earlier this year there was news that there may not be any future Judgment games unless they are able to work out, or at least not with this protagonist, unless they're able to work out some rights over his likeness. So that remains to be seen, I suppose. So on our way out, we're going to find somebody fun to raid. Again, thank you very, very much to Killer Bits for the follow. If anybody in here is not yet following Killer Bits, if you enjoy games like Mad Max, games like Fallout New Vegas, if you enjoy Dungeons & Dragons talk, and even if you think you don't, throw him a follow. Go check it out. It's a very fun stream, and he's got some neat ideas on like audience engagement like we were talking about. So please, please do check that out. We follow, and as I said, I was checking that out earlier today. We're going to find somebody fun to raid. Centrifugal Force, hopefully your brother has arrived and you have an opportunity to get that stomach pain looked at, because like Samalander said, that is potentially no joke. And as Suda Kitsune said, yeah, I really should have had the yakisoba pan. I would have had no trouble whatsoever with that fight. I want to find a fight club or some other place to practice some of the moves, because there's a lot going on with this combat system, and I am not getting a lot of the timings right to do some of the more, like, I want to just do the jumps, like the sky crane jumps, and I know that I need to be in crane style to do it, but I haven't done it even once yet, and I'd like to figure that out. Let's go find somebody fun to raid, and we will see you again as early as later today for something like Riftbreaker or Other Side or something else. But until next time, you guys, thank you so much, and I hope you have a great day.